welcome to the Action Sturge. Tonight we'll be playing Dungeon World. Last time we got to explore Landith's hometown, which was a real delight, and the group fought off a Manticore. And that's pretty much it. So I'll turn it over to you guys. Go ahead and we'll do the introductions, and then what do I want to know today? What do I want to know today? Tell me your imagination. Tell me your most prized possession.
Oh, I don't think I want to.
We'll start with Zeno.
My name is Zeno. I'm playing a human wizard, kind of wily. My prized possession currently is my only possession. Is my hat.
You have a book as well.
Yeah, I do have a book.
And some lady clothes.
Well, that's...
You should try to get some new threads.
Yeah, I'm going to.
I'm Lanith, Ranger. Let's not talk about my hometown. My most prized possession is my bow.
Oh, okay.
My name is Felix. I'm a thief, halfling. My prized possession, I would say, is my poison kit.
I am Manolia. I am a druid and an elf, and my most prized possession is probably my little trunk of gold that I have with me.
Your little trunk of gold?
Yes.
Is that the one that
hidden.
teleports? And
Yeah.
Is it little? Relatively?
No, but I make it little.
Okay.
My name is Sisterva Amberjill. I am a human fighter, and my most prized possession is my trusty sledgehammer.
Makes sense. Alright, so you guys are starting off in El Rosen Village. The Manticore has attacked, but you guys fended it off and protect the village, earning the respect and admiration of Landith's hometown people. Even Landith has acquired some respectful status among the simple villagers. Now, Diana, who's the leader of the village and a potential love interest for Landith, maybe.
Can't get past the daughter thing.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. She has charged you with the task of chasing the Manticore to the mountains, finding its lair, and slaying it. But in order to do that, you'll have to pass through the El Rosen Forest.
Remy, where are you looking?
The floor. Stop.
Stop making out on the floor, dude. That's nasty.
So it's early morning. The fog, the misty forest fog is just lifting, and sun is shining down on the village. Everybody's kind of waking up and meeting in the mess hall for the first meal of the day. What are you doing?
Is Gary anywhere to be seen? Is he?
Gary? Oh yeah, dude.
Oh, you're feeling better. Good to see.
Oh yeah, I got this gnarly scar.
Nice.
Yeah, and he's all bandaged up and stuff. He's like, oh, I can't wait till it heals up. I'm gonna show it off all the time.
Very good.
And he's gonna go up to Lanith and he's gonna go, bro, you took one for me last night. He's like, if you ever need me to take one for you, you just let me know. Gary's got your back.
You don't even have to do that.
Don't be humble, man. Don't be humble. And he goes in and he gives you like a bro hug.
I do it right back.
Alright.
Does he know that she dragged him to the doctor?
I think he passed out at that point, but he knows that she was applying an herbal remedy to him.
Yeah.
He says, "Milady." That's all he says.
on the head. Okay.
Yeah.
I leave.
Yeah, it does leave like a residue on your hands. His head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Thanks, milady.
Wipes it on.
and Amberjill's here.
Yeah, hi.
My bodyguard.
I'm sorry.
I abused you.
I'm so forgive me. I decided to poofed, and I'm back.
So the
About Flaggerty, is he hanging around anywhere?
who?
Flaggerty?
Who's that? Was that his name? Yeah, so he he's hanging around. He's like, have you read it yet? Have you read it?
I haven't had a chance.
Have you read it?
No, not yet.
He says it's a good one. He says if you find any books along your adventures and you bring them back to me, I'll trade another one out for you.
Fair enough. Keep that in mind.
Like maybe we can get like a club of some sort together where we get books and we talk about them.
Well, we better keep
A
that.
kind of book club.
We better keep that on the down low.
He says, I'll get right on it.
You do that.
Anybody else doing anything?
Getting some milk.
Alright.
Are we in downtown right now?
Yeah, sure.
I'll try to gather some stuff to make some more poison.
Oh, okay.
I want to hit the
How do you
check.
determine that? Do you roll for it?
Whenever you have time to gather materials in a safe place to brew, you can make 3 uses of the poisons you choose for free.
Oh, okay. So you
Yeah,
just make them, yeah.
make 'em,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. So it takes some time to make them. And there's basically like one shop in the town, right, Laneth?
Yeah.
So I mean, if you want to try to find anything in there, you can. Otherwise, Otherwise,
Go to the meat market.
yeah. The Diana will set you up with some rations. Is there a limit to how many rations you can have?
I guess technically we're gonna rest too, right?
I think it's part of the.
I think it's 5, ain't it?
5 uses.
Yeah,
equals
5
a
uses.
ration, 1 weight. I guess it depends how much we can carry.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she'll replenish your rations up to 5.
Oh my god. My dog ate all mine.
Your dog?
No, not my dog. but
A dog.
A dog.
Yeah, so she'll replenish your rations up to 5. And the town will gather to see you guys off into the forest. When the town gathers, you can see Patricia among the crowd, and
You say anything to her?
she's going to approach Laneth before he departs. She is going to lift her hand, but
Okay.
in it is going to be this rustic little earring, and she's going to put it into your ear.
Ow.
And she says,
No.
"This is for good luck while you hunt down the manticore." And then she's going to give you a fat kiss on the cheek.
Who is Patricia?
She says, "Come back, my love."
His old girlfriend.
And I just immediately
Yeah.
turn.
His ears bleeding, trickling down your neck.
Diana nods approvingly.
Where's the other one? Maybe we can fuse together.
And so yeah,
It's like I don't even want to take it out. It's probably holding it. Ready?
well, and then Patricia will go over to Manolier and thank her for her kind words in her time of need.
Oh, you're welcome.
Do you watch
Yeah.
this?
Huh?
Yeah.
Because I don't think you knew that happened.
Yeah, for her kind words. In exchange, she's going to give you a small crafted doll and it's dressed up in a little bit of fabric, and she gives it to you.
Well, thank you.
She says, and its like eyes are kind of wonky, and like its hair is kind of wild and stuff, and it's got like a little piece of fabric around it for a dress. She says, "It's you."
Oh my god.
What a compliment.
For the doll.
And then right as you guys are about to depart, Amberjill will kind of part the crowd and step up to meet you.
Oh my god.
Manolier.
Where have you been?
I have like twigs in my hair and shit. Like, I got lost.
So she comes back, I jump up on her.
You got right back into the pouch.
Yep. Actually, I've been carrying that the whole time. It's been like a like a sack bag.
Yeah, he kind of looks like he's in a sack race.
Yeah,
like,
sack race, yeah. Let's walk around like that.
That's why he's so agile.
Mm-hmm.
And the great forest looms before you. Now, Landith, you've grown up around this forest. You do know it to an extent. However, there is even within this forest, there is a place, a line, so to speak, where your people don't really cross. The forest provides usually enough subsistence to take care of the village within a certain range from the village. But as you get closer to the mountain, you get to what is known as like dark territory, which is just stuff that no one in your tribe really knows anything about.
Right.
So she's so the cat.
Yeah,
she's ridiculous.
Like,
yeah,
let me see the notes. Let me see. Let me see the
So
notes.
We didn't send her over there or anything.
Stupid cat.
Let me see the
Yeah,
notes.
I told you she was gonna DM tonight.
Here, you wanna read?
So
You wanna read?
She's from Lannis Village. She doesn't have her.
So the forest looms before you. Now you're able to guide them in a certain way without really having to consider it a perilous journey.
Right.
But you do get to a point where you realize that beyond this point is the dark forest. How do you prep them? Like how do you prep them for what's to come? Even though you yourself don't really know. You're the expert here.
I kind of like make sure like nothing's like able to get caught on like sticker bushes and trees and stuff that are out there. Tell them like be a little bit more hiding of like rations and stuff from the animals.
What kind of animals are out here in these woods?
There's a couple wolves out in the woods, a bear here and there.
Oh, shoot.
Of course you do.
Some wolves, some bears, any tigers?
What's the forest name again?
The Rosen Forest.
Yeah. Not that I know of past this point,
But there's rumors that there's like
Oh, okay.
mountain lion and stuff like that.
Oh, sure.
Snap.
Did the
I
boys
didn't say mountain lion, though. I said tiger.
Why
Well,
I
I was trying to make it a little less.
Are you just adding a mountain lion and a tiger?
Yeah.
It's a mountain tiger.
You're trying to kill us.
Do the poisonous squirrels make their way beyond the border?
They
Poisonous?
kind of come to the. Why poisonous?
The poisonous
That's
squirrels
what they were last time.
they are a world, a continent-wide epidemic.
They're an epidemic.
Yeah.
They're like flies.
It's like you're catching up on what?
Yeah, they are a real problem that the realm has to contend with.
Let me roll, father.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. What do you guys do? You're kind of in charge of this party. So now you can take undertake a perilous journey, which is a special move. Basically, you travel through hostile territory. So one member of the party has to act as a trailblazer, one has to act as a scout, and the other one a quartermaster. And the same character cannot have two jobs unless
Me.
you're very special, like Nick's character is.
Are you scouting, trailblazing, and quartermastering?
Well, he
I
can
can
do
do
two
two
of
of
those,
them.
yeah.
I can do the first two most likely. The rationing is probably not my expertise.
Okay, so who wants to be the quartermaster then?
They really don't want me to be the
It's a wisdom check.
Not me.
That probably is you,
Nope, not me.
I'm intelligence.
She's got it. Oh, yes, you do.
Okay. So Manolier will act as the quartermaster, and she will be in charge of the rations.
Yeah.
Which makes
The
sense
moose,
because I won't
can
eat
you
any
give
of
us
that.
one?
You
Yeah,
guys
eat
can
anything.
trust
Huh?
me.
Can we get one of the moose sheets?
I have.
There's special moves?
And
Okay.
And
Yeah.
Alright, Kiki. Can you? Thank you.
So
Special moves. And then basic moves.
Thank you.
We're gonna probably need to borrow that off you, though, babe.
Okay. And so you'll So Nick, I think he gets
Automatically.
automatically gets a 10 plus, but Manolier, you'll have to
Today.
Manolier, you'll have to roll a wisdom.
Right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Jeez.
This is just gonna kind of give me an idea of how the journey's going.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's nothing
12.
there.
Woo!
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah, girl, you ration it real well.
you all travel very well.
Not a thing happens.
No, not a thing happens. No, stuff is gonna happen for sure.
Damn it, Nick!
Gonna put a lot of
Done
time.
it again.
I perfected this. Trail goes perfect. I don't know what happened.
No.
Done.
Yeah.
She's eating.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh yeah, I stopped.
I just moved it like
You don't think Matt needs decorations? They're too far.
So so you guys will be traveling through these dark woods. You're gonna hear a lot of sounds around you. You're gonna hear growls and roars. You're gonna hear trees, like the sound of tree trunks like snapping and falling in the distance. You're gonna hear a multitude of birds. You're gonna hear insects. Just the normal kind of some normal forest sounds, and then some kind of not normal forest sounds. But the place seems to be teeming with life. It's definitely a natural orchestra, yeah. So you are going to come to, and since you're scouting, right? What is the one move? Okay, that's what it's called. Scouting? Yeah. So you're scouting and trailblazing. So while you're scouting ahead, you're going to come to a place where you can hear like a scream, and it sounds like a prolonged kind of scream, and it sounds kind of far away, but close all the same. Like that makes sense.
Right.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
And looking around, you're gonna spot this ball of light zooming through the forest.
Guys, I don't know what I was just saying. I won't start going after it, but like trying to make it obvious where I went for them.
Okay. And
You're like throwing the shit around, like breaking twigs.
how do you do it?
It's like got little flags that are like bright colored. I just throw it
How many of those do you have?
in there. Enough.
I'll let you do that for a use of your dungeon bag or whatever.
Yeah, okay.
And you can write down
Colorful flags.
flags. Are you like a magician?
They're like game trail markers.
And so you leave a trail of these things. Eventually the light will hit a tree, and then like it'll pop against the tree, and then it'll descend to the ground rather quickly. And the light will actually go out.
Okay.
What do you do?
Approach whatever it became.
Okay, yeah. Looking on the ground in front of the tree among the sticks and leaves, you can see a small, tiny person
Stinker.
dressed in some kind of like leaf garb.
It is Tinkerbell. Are you okay? Like not touching, but like, are you okay?
It looks like she's unconscious.
I like scoot my hand underneath and like carry her back to them.
Okay, so So Laneth approaches you guys. Wait. So you guys hear
Screaming.
Laneth crying out, and then you cried out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You hear Laneth crying out, and you rush forward to where he is, or you heard the noise, and you see this trail of colorful flags littering a trail. What do you do?
What's going on here?
Well, so you guys see the flags first. What is your impression of the flags?
We just go, I guess.
I can only guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we already know, right? We've been with him this long.
He's up to his tricks again.
What kind of distraction is he up to?
Either he or then you go use the bathroom really bad, or oh yeah, start pooping out flags.
And sure enough, here he comes back.
Where did you go?
I went to the screaming and I found this.
What is that? Can I spout lore to try to figure out?
Absolutely, roll a lore.
Wow. Head out of the bag.
10 plus 3, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, so 12. No, 13.
So you know that this is a pixie, a small like fairy-like humanoid that is supposed to be just the stuff of legend. You've never actually seen one, but you've definitely read about them in books of lore. They're meant to be kind of mischievous, kind of really into making deals, and just kind of natural curators of their environmental surroundings. So, and then also you know something else about them that you can tell me what you know.
So you would say they were like tricksters,
Yeah,
of a sort.
yeah.
Their alignment is actually pretty evil.
Okay, that's what you know.
That's really all I know.
Okay, so yeah, so they're also evil, is what he knows.
I stick my head out and say, "Squish it."
No, you don't want to do it.
Wait, let's eat it.
What happens if he squishes it?
I don't know, but I'm gonna find out.
Let's eat it.
Maybe you do know.
Maybe you can eat it and get all its powers.
Yeah, you also know that if you kill one, then you have the fairy curse placed upon you.
Yep, don't be very gentle with
What's
it.
the fairy curse?
We have something we can like trap it in.
Like a
Why would you-
shoebox for a
Oh,
bird.
tied up with one of your flags.
What kind of bondage are you into?
Because they're evil.
They're evil.
Well,
Maybe this one is
Not evil.
not evil.
for evil, it was running through the woods
She wants to
screaming.
talk to us.
Yeah, sure.
Wake it up.
Tie it up. Tie it up to a leaf.
Here, give it to me.
Tie it to a leaf.
Why are you sleeping?
Are you shaking it?
No, I'm just gonna like poke its cheek.
It's a tiny little lady.
I'm gonna poke its cheek.
Okay.
Come
Poke it
on.
again.
Yeah.
Magic.
Eventually, she will come to consciousness and she'll wake up, and you're like poking her cheek, and so she screams out and she says, "Don't eat me!"
I'm not gonna eat
She
you.
says, and she gets up, she puts her hands on her hips, and she says, "Bullshit! You're not gonna eat me! Look at that mouth! You can eat 1,000 fairies."
I thought you were a pixie.
She looks shocked and surprised. She says, "Well, I never."
He said it.
Yeah,
Just stick my head out the bag.
She says, she says, "Only the common folk refer to us as pixies."
Oh, so it's a discriminatory thing.
Wow.
This is so good.
I asked,
We all just look over.
so were you running from something, or you just naturally can't fly very well?
She says, "Why should I tell you anything?"
Because you're going through the woods screaming and ran into a tree.
And she says, "I was frazzled."
From what?
And she's gonna look around, and she says, "Well, how do I know I can trust you?"
Well, we haven't eaten
We don't got nothing else to do.
We haven't eaten you.
And she says, well, just so you know, I know very powerful and potent magic.
Alright, that's admirable.
If you knew that much powerful magic, why were you running from something?
She looks over Amberjill's hand and she starts grabbing her fingers and she hops up onto your arm and starts kind of walking up your arm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, this is my territory.
It's a gang war.
She says, "Excuse me, ma'am, did you know that your bosom is talking?"
Yeah, I have a second head down there. That's my magic.
She pats you on the head. She says, "Well, that's very peculiar." And she's gonna fly over to Laneth and says, she says, "You were the one who saved me.
I guess you could call it that, yeah.
Will you have my thanks then?"
You're welcome.
She says, and then she's gonna look at Xeno and she says, "And you."
What?
She's gonna wag her finger at you.
Racist.
And then, and then she's gonna say,
I don't think she likes your hat.
and then she,
Kind of pointy.
to Manolier. And then to, thank you, Neverlander. And then to Manolier, she says, she looks at your garb or whatever, she kind of looks you up and down, she says, "Ooh, you're a druid! Perhaps you can help us."
Help you how?
I'm looking at all the big buff guys, the other magic guy. I'm like,
She says, there's an evil monster in these woods. He's chasing down all the fairies and eating them.
Oh no.
I'm just gonna scoot closer.
Will this be a manticore?
Can you
Scoot
describe it?
closer. Do
She
not
says,
leave my
it
side.
walks on two legs. It has a hulking form, the head of a wolf, and the body of some evil man.
A werewolf? You should know. What's in here?
She says, "I don't know where the wolf
Do you know
is."
anything in here?
Wait, is there a move for that? For me to understand? No.
Spout lore.
Man, Twitch
Oh,
viewers
Kiki's
went up.
playing now.
Yeah, can I do a spout lore to see if I know what she's talking about?
Sure.
Or maybe it's an old,
Or you can
Like,
also.
what do they call it? Fable stories that nursery rhymes and stuff that they used to scare
You can
kids
also
to be
describe
good.
tale.
reality.
Yeah, like that.
Oh.
A fairy tale?
Yeah.
Why? Because she's a fairy?
Yeah, I'm going to do discern realities instead, because
Okay.
I rolled better than that.
Alright.
10.
10. I think there's a list of questions you can ask me.
Yeah.
I think you get to choose 3 of them.
Hello, Kiki. Are you playing? Are you playing, Kiki?
What here is not what it appears to be.
What here is not what it appears to be. The this pixie or fairy appears to be really playing up this sense of fear and dread, and she's a little flighty between her responses to you. At one point she's very critical and distrusting of you, and then in the next second she's very ready to embrace and trust you.
Great. Bipolar fairies.
So she seems to be rather conflicted even in this moment here.
Right.
Flighty and fickle.
Gotcha. What should I be on the lookout for? I guess it's the closest way I can ask what that thing is.
Yeah, I guess trusting her completely.
Right.
She seems, like I said, her responses appear to be a little bit erratic.
Right.
And you think anything she might have to say might not be the whole truth of the matter.
And then, what here is useful or valuable to me?
Of course.
In this scenario here, the fact that there's this this fairy-eating monster running around the woods is kind of a point of interest. I don't know if it's necessarily valuable, but it might be valuable to understand the nature of the threat in the sense that you guys are gonna have to travel through this forest to the mountain. So,
All right then.
And what is your name?
oh, her name is what's a good fairy name?
Maybe.
What's a good fairy name? Oh, do we have a?
We got 12 people watching.
Jeez.
What's a good fairy name? 12 people.
We somewhat exist.
So as we do that, roll the commercials.
She's still thinking.
Yeah. So we'll get a name here in a second, but
Buffering.
yeah. Well, what do you guys do?
We're going after this thing.
She says that the druid can use her special druid magic
To do what?
to protect her people from the monster.
How?
I thought she had strong magic.
Where are your people?
Yeah.
She has strong magic, but only compared to like puny humans like yourself, or puny humanoids like yourself. This monster seems to be immune from all magic.
Well, we're fucked.
From all magic?
From all magic.
Interesting.
Yes.
Even druid magic?
Even moonbeam.
Then how am I helpful?
What about fireball?
She says,
Stop, you're not a magic
Lorella.
user. You're picking
Lorella it is.
Lorella.
Lorella is her name. Thank you, Neverlander. She says that there haven't been any druids in this forest for so long, and that's why the monsters have taken over. She says that there's a druid circle at the fairy's home tree, and if it's hey, thank you, Neverlander.
Thank you.
Thank you for the follow.
Thanks.
She says that there's this druid circle at the fairy tree, and perhaps you can commune with the spirits there to activate some kind of defense or empower them in some way.
Well, is she gonna take us to them?
Take us to right here.
She says I will take you, but only if you blindfold.
Even me?
And
How are we gonna get
she,
there?
huh?
How are we gonna get there?
How we gonna get there?
She says I will lead you.
What if we get attacked? I feel like this is...
Just promise not to lead him into like some hornet's nest or anything.
What did I do?
No promises.
It's kind of weird.
Kinda came off racist.
No, that was you.
You said it, not me.
I did not say it.
Don't turn this on me.
I feel like we're about to get robbed.
She starts flying around and collecting the little scarves that you dropped earlier and starts holding them out to blindfold everybody.
I don't want to know where these been.
They're just hanging off my pack. Look at the Spencer.
How many would you say there are?
Hundreds.
Enough?
Yeah.
Hundreds.
Well, enough to like.
How many do we need?
I mean, I need a good bit of fabric.
For what?
For new clothes.
Oh, you're gonna
Not
look
that
like a freaking clown.
I mean, I'm a bit of a tailor.
Oh, benefit.
A bit of it.
And so she starts passing them out. She says, here you go, giant. Here you go, giant. Here you go, giant. Here you go, giant. And when she gets to Xeno, she drops on the ground. She says,
Peasant.
and she just leers and sneers at you.
Wait, she called us a... Well, I guess I am a giant. Compared to her.
Half giant.
I'll just stick my head out of the sack.
Huh?
I said just stick my head out of the sack.
Oh, yeah.
Look, I'm already blindfolded. I'm already in here.
Put the hole in.
Do you put the blindfolds on?
Reluctantly.
I just go back
Yep,
inside.
I don't. I say I'm a druid, so I shouldn't have to be blindfolded.
I'm not liking the way this is going. I'm going to.
Hack and slash.
No, I'm going to try to charm her.
Okay.
Oh my god.
You have to touch her, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see that.
Good luck.
I'm gonna try anyway.
Okay.
She like turns her back.
Like it's some moment where I feel like she's not paying attention and it's going to like.
Okay.
Don't you dare touch a lady.
I could kill her.
Oh, I guess that's a reroll.
So
Well, it was a 5. but-
He took less on that one.
yeah. So
7 plus.
What am I rolling again? Oh yeah, 7, 10.
So 10.
Nick,
So you cast the spell without a hitch.
are you like? Do you love this
I'm like-
Diana girl, or does she love you?
I'm like, look,
Is there
we get
somebody
off on
you
the
love,
wrong
or do
foot
they
here.
both?
He's in love with Diana.
But I
and
ended
he
up
hooked
dating
up
the
with
daughter.
Patricia.
She's going
Oh,
to,
and then,
uh,
like, ditched
I have nothing against.
And that's
Your count.
her
Does
daughter.
Diana like you?
She says,
No.
she
So
says,
it's one-sided.
she says, well, now that I look at
she's
you
like-
in a new light, I understand
Probably
that you're
the
just
most popular,
woefully
like,
stupid
girl in the
and
village.
misguided.
Or like the
She says,
village
I will
the
take you under
village
my
is from.
wing.
Rosen.
Fair enough,
Oh,
I'll
Rosen
take it.
Force.
Oh,
Sure.
She'll
Yeah,
say,
I have a little family tree
blindfold
on
on.
here. One-sided love. This
And
way.
she flies back over to Manolier and she says, I do implore you, it is the rule of my land that no outsiders know the location of the fairy tree.
I'm not an outsider though. I'm a druid.
She says, okay, would you like to maybe negotiate a little bit? Like,
Carla.
I mean, obviously she wants you to come to the tree,
Yeah.
but you don't want to put the blindfold on.
And I guess I'll tell her I'm not gonna come if I have to be blind.
Okay.
It's a charisma.
No, I don't think it's not parlay, is it?
Yeah, because she's got something she's
Oh,
leveraging
okay.
in order to avoid this condition.
I have no modifier. I cannot.
What happens if you fail? Does it say what happens?
It just says on a 7 to 9 they need some concrete assurance.
Oh, okay.
And mark XP.
Oh, and Mark XP.
Did you
fail?
You passed the charm, or
I did.
okay?
Have a failure.
So you can say whatever you want. I guess she's just going to start tying the blindfold around you regardless.
I never put mine on. I just went back in down
Huh?
in the sack.
Okay. And so,
Put the hole in the back so you can
Alright,
see where we're going.
Yeah, well, let's carve out 2 little holes.
and then she will start leading you through the woods. You have to follow the sound of her voice.
Oh, great.
She says, "Over here, over here."
We got a rope we can like tie to each other. Someone can be in the front.
You have the bag.
I don't have a rope.
I'll be in the front.
Is this fine?
Anybody else got a rope?
I mean, you can have whatever you want.
No, this is actually this is.
I only got
Dungeon World.
room for one more item.
It's a fantasy.
Technically, my other 2
role-playing
items are
game
gone
based
now.
off of the Apocalypse
Let me
World
get that
rules.
back. My chain unlocked.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody wants to use of their dungeon gear or whatever, you can manifest a rope.
Don't look at me. I don't
I'll
have
do it.
anything.
Huh?
I'll do it.
Okay.
Cool.
It makes sense with all the other stuff.
And who's in front?
Me.
All right, roll
It's
with
a druid.
for me.
Oh, yeah, you're fine.
If you hear screaming, everybody stop. Cliff.
10.
Okay. So with the aid of the rope, all of you were able to not only stick together, but also with Manolier leading up front, she's able to guide you safely, following the sound of this voice. Now, it doesn't feel like you walked too far. Maybe you're at like 5 minutes or so. 5.
Like around the tree.
He just walked us in the tree in a circle.
And
For 5
so,
minutes.
and so she, and then she calls for you to take off your blindfolds.
It's exactly where we were.
She says, "It is."
Leave it alone.
But look, and then she's going to do this thing with her hand. It's like kind of like the Disney thing where like there's like little sparkles that fall out. Yeah, and then suddenly it's as though like a facade is dropped in front of you, and a path appears, and then at the end of that path is this magnificent tree with all these like twisted limbs and stuff, kind of reaching out into the air, and like multiple different types of fruit seem to be growing off of it at the same time. And there's this really well kept little clearing around it as well, and the whole thing just sparkles and gleams, and these little balls, like hundreds of little balls of light, are flying like everywhere.
Greetings.
No, you don't talk. You and your pointy hat need to go.
And she says, no, it's okay. We're friends now. For now.
Oh.
This is my home, the fairy tree.
Okay.
And she says, and she looks at Ambergel and she says, it's very important that you don't eat the fruit, even though you must be so hungry supporting a body that large and obnoxious.
It's okay, I can't taste anything anyway.
She's like, I'm serious. I mean, damn.
What's wrong with the fruit?
What's up, Blood Mist? And as you guys like walk into the grove, like hundreds of these little lights are gonna come like swirling and swarming down upon you. Hundreds of tiny little hands are gonna start picking at your possessions and your clothes and
I'm still in the sink.
like touching
Are they going in?
touching your hair. Yeah, they're definitely going into your papoose as well.
Oh my God.
They're like little mosquitoes.
From the inside, it's like there's like a bunch of balls of light in there, and you're like they're like flitting about, and they're gonna try to like some of them are gonna try to take some of your hair, some of them are gonna try to take some of your clothes.
Yo, please not.
Yo, please not.
So you know, a couple of them are gonna try to start flying off with your hat.
All I got.
And then and what, like I said, whatever possessions you have,
I'm
like
just
little,
gonna-
like packs and
I'd like to
and
see you lift
rations.
my sledgehammer.
yeah.
Go.
Yeah, sure enough, like 50 of them come
Sorry.
down,
Oh,
start
Jesus!
lifting up your hammers and flying away with it.
Punch the lady.
That's mine.
So now you're like sort of engaged in this tug of war.
I told you we were gonna get robbed.
I like you pictured it like this.
And Lorella like flies out to the middle. Punch the lady. Lorella flies out to the middle and she says, "Stop!" And they all kind of freeze. And like whatever various poses you guys are in.
I'm like biting that one, trying to bite.
Do you have your arrows drawn?
Yes.
What about you, Zeno?
I'm holding on
what
my
pose have you
hat for dear life.
Are you still engaged with the tug?
Yeah.
If they're robbing you, think of all the goodies they have.
They're all tiny. Manoli, like what kind of struggle are you engaged with these things?
Ooh, sorry.
Perhaps they're trying to take your robes.
Yeah.
I was thinking more like her hair. I'm like them like pulling and trying to braid it
like
and
pulling
like.
your hair, yeah.
I'm just like swatting.
They try to take your doll. You
Yeah, you can.
Oh no, stop.
Please don't.
Yes, a couple of them gladly take it. They'll fly off. Kidnap the hands and use them for later?
Kidnap the hand.
Like the tiny little hands?
Kidnap the
I don't know how to feel.
Put them in like a jar, like lightning bugs.
Oh my god.
Shake it up.
Jesus,
So she says, she's like, stop! And then the whole scene kind of like freezes. And she says, they're here to help.
Is this what happens when people aren't helping?
She
Come
says,
by, they start getting robbed and frisked
I'd
and.
hate to go through this part of the woods. I don't know.
she says, well, I should have warned you that fairies are incorrigible thieves.
Oh, we know, we already know a lot about that.
So,
Anyway.
do we get the sense that these might actually not be evil fairies?
Well, they did try to rob you.
Literally.
I mean, I wouldn't consider that evil.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess it all depends on your perspective. But all you know is what you've read. So she will lead you closer to the tree, and she will try to prepare you on what to do when you meet the grandmother fairy.
While she's doing that, I started checking to make sure I got everything.
Okay. Do you have everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
she tells you to make sure your posture is good, and to make sure you use all the manners that you have.
Oh, you really
And
did.
she says that you should try to make yourself smaller if possible, because the grandmother fairy doesn't like big things.
I'm not big.
Huh?
I'm not big.
Well,
Compared
she's
to
like,
them, you are.
you're kind of big.
Not as big as Amber Jill, but
Yeah, I
bigger than
mean-
her.
If it makes you feel any better, you're a lot smaller than I am.
You should turn into a fly.
Could I,
Oh yeah, there you go.
Turn into something smaller. You should
Turn into the hummingbird.
turn into something smaller.
These manners. Would you like to turn into an animal?
Turn into something that's smaller than her.
No. First, I want to meet her as me.
Okay. So they will take you to the grand entrance of the fairy tree, which is about like a foot high.
Nope, me and Amber Jill. Well, we're not getting in.
would this be considered a place of magic?
A place of power, you say?
Mhm.
Possibly, but you're not quite sure yet.
He was standing in the laundry.
So she's taking you to the grand entrance of the fairy tree. The door is about a foot high.
Damn it!
And she's gonna fly down and kind of step in and kind of like tap her foot, waiting for you.
Okay. I guess I have to. Something smaller.
Oh, thank you, Bloodness.
Thank you.
Thank you for the follow.
So I will turn into a hummingbird.
Okay, so you turn into a hummingbird and you kind of just dart right in. The tree is so much bigger on the inside than it seems like on the outside.
Okay.
And it's pretty big on the outside, but it's like a cathedral on the inside. Yeah.
Then I guess once I get through the door, then there's room for me.
Yeah. Okay. So you enlarge to your normal size, and she's the same size.
Okay.
Yeah. And she'll begin walking you down, walking you across this large space.
Okay.
Across the large space, you can see this. It looks like the whole wall is like time. Not exactly like that, but yeah, it's much bigger on the inside.
Nervous sip. Nothing like that.
Nothing actionable from a legal standpoint. But yeah, so across this cathedral-like space, there's a wall, like a walled garden, and surrounding this large ornate throne. And it looks like it's big enough for like a person like you to sit on, but instead there's just this pink ball of light hovering in it. And when you approach, you can see this this very like kind of decked out fairy, and she's got like a rose growing out of her head.
So I'll turn to Lorella.
Yeah, Lorella.
And ask her if is it the grandmother?
She looks at you very condescendingly, and she says, "Duh."
Thanks for all the help.
Yeah. And she says, "Oh, great grandmother fairy, I've brought heroes to help us with this crisis." And the
One
grandmother
person.
fairy, yeah. And the grandmother fairy says, "Heroes, where's the rest of them?"
Would be rude to smell it and tell her it's nice.
She says, "Where's the rest of them? I already see one pathetic, useless mortal."
They couldn't fit.
Big too? How useless.
I like my head through the door and I'm like,
Well, maybe send the hawk in there.
Yeah, you can see across the cathedral, like these. Basically, from where you're standing, it just looks like Manolier is talking to herself.
oh god, she's lost it!
She says, what's she gonna do to help?
I'm gonna help by speaking to the spirits of the forest.
Pow! Pow on the spirits of the forest. They ain't helped us none.
Lorella had the idea that if I spoke with them, maybe they could help provide a defense mechanism.
Well, then if Lorella had good ideas, maybe she'd be queen. But I'm queen. Have been for almost 2 years now.
Oh,
What
what a long time. So what is your idea?
Is my idea is to wait it out.
While this thing continues to hunt down all the fairies?
She says, well, if the fairies would stop leaving the fairy tree, then this wouldn't happen. This is just a stark reminder of the grim realities of the world, and that all the fairies should stay here under my protection.
But what if they want to see the world?
I won't tolerate any more of your back sass, young lady.
Well, I'm not young, but...
You just see me sparking up some.
She says, I've been alive for nearly a decade. I've seen them all.
A decade.
I'm 403.
She says, 403 what? Minutes?
Years.
Smack the tree and prove her wrong.
You see me start lighting up some.
She says, she kind of peers at you and she says, oh, so you're stupid and a liar. Lorella, take this thing from my presence, and I won't hear any more about talking to the damn spirits. You understand, Lorella? Lorella's like, yes, ma'am.
Lorella, let's go talk to the fucking spirits!
While you're bent down and your head's like in the thing, the other fairy's gonna come down and start trying to take your hammer again. Yeah, you try to grab for it, but your head is stuck in the tree.
Somebody get my sledgehammer! Felix,
What are
now!
you guys doing?
I
jump out of the bag
Okay.
and start grabbing on it.
Grab it onto the
hammer.
Yeah, okay. So they pick the hammer up and they pick you up along with it. And they start flying.
Well, this isn't the first time.
I'm gonna have the Hulk chase after him.
Okay. And so the hawk will chase after them, and they will and the hawk will scare them, and they will drop the hammer.
Jesus.
So they've already kind of flown up high enough. So now the hammer is falling right towards Zeno.
Am I on
Ready
the
your
hammer?
hat!
But do I know?
It's quite caused quite a commotion. I assume you.
I mean, I was checking out the fruit. I don't know.
So then you don't know.
Let's check out the fruit.
So then you don't know.
Is there enough sound to maybe like warn me the last second?
Hey, thank you,
Thank
Mrs.
you.
Stranger.
No, because I feel like if I said duck or watch out, you'd just be like, what?
Okay.
So, well, let's talk about this fruit real quick. We can
Oh,
get to that, but, let's talk about this fruit real quick. So it's so strange that there's all these different types of fruit on this tree. There's like pears and apples growing right next to one another.
That's so cute.
Growing right next to one another. They just look so ripe and succulent.
We're doing
I'm
good.
like, I
We're
know, I
fighting
can't take my eyes off them.
fairies.
Yeah, and they almost like glow with this like mystic property. You think in your head that this place right here is definitely a place of power.
Yeah, sounds like a pretty good place to do a ritual.
This is a place of power.
Okay, I'm gonna note that for now.
All right, and then you take 6 damage as the hammer hits you.
Ow! What the hell?
Can I try to like shift the weight of the hammer?
I look for.
Why don't you roll defend?
Yeah, can I try to like, I'm trying to move it.
Yeah,
still
roll
attached to the
defend.
I'm in the air.
He comes down.
Where's the paper at?
Basic moves.
It's a con
roll
roll, I think.
Constitution, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh man.
Yeah,
Oh, nice. 9.
we're doing good, Twisted. How are you doing?
Hold 1. So long as you stand in defense, when you or the thing you defend is attacked, you may spend hold 1 for 1 or to choose an option. Have the attack's effect or damage. Open up the attacker to an ally, giving the ally +1 forward against the attacker.
Well, that really does.
Or deal damage to the attacker equal to your level.
So I guess what you could do is mitigate the damage.
Yeah, I'll give him 2, I guess.
All right,
2
so
damage.
So how about Zeno? You take 3, and then you've shifted the thing a little bit, so it doesn't hit him all the way, but you also take 3.
Oh, that's pretty
Okay,
cool.
cool.
And I look to Amber Jill. I'm like, what the hell?
Nice. Do you do like videos or anything, or you just that one building? I wish I could build terrain.
I do too. So.
I'd never get out of bed.
That's a really, really, really cool skill.
We do have a buddy that does it, but out of styrofoam.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a new sheet here soon.
Are you wearing through it?
I'm wearing through it.
So the hammer comes down. Lorella will. Oh yeah, your head's still stuck on it. Yeah. How are you gonna get your head unstuck?
I'm gonna, I guess. Sometimes.
Nice.
Damn. I could make a palace.
Right.
I could make a mountain, maybe. But I guess I'm gonna be strong about it and like yank my head out.
Okay. So.
And if it breaks, oh wait, no, what is it? Bend bars, lift gates.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you have a thing for this.
Use pure strength to
What's up,
destroy
Carissa?
an inanimate obstacle.
Love Xeno's beard, a true wizard.
Did you see my mustache from my other character?
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah, it's something to behold for sure.
And 7 to 9, choose 2. I'm gonna do nothing of value is damaged, and it doesn't take a very long time.
Okay,
So
so you just plop your head out of the thing finally. Lorella comes flying out and she's crying and she flies across the yard, crying.
This is my job as bodyguard and protector to make everybody happy, so I'll follow after.
Okay. Do you pick your hammer back up?
Yes.
Okay.
That is my.
So like Zeno and Felix are laying on the ground next to the hammer.
Sorry about that. It wasn't me. It was.
Well, just lands back on my shoulder. Like, I don't know how to.
Zeno, you do notice that a rank piece of fruit has also fallen on the ground next to your head.
Do you eat it? Eat it.
Do not eat it.
Eat the fruit.
What coat pocket do you
You
have?
stash the fruit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, look who's thieving now.
It fell off the
I don't
tree.
steal.
It looked like crumbled over.
So,
It wanted him, okay?
so you, Manolier, Lorella, so Amber Jill got her head unstuck from the tree, and Lorella flew out of the tree, crying, and she flew across the yard. Amber Jill has gone after her. What would you like to do?
Did she fly really far?
Just kind of across the yard.
Okay.
Not too far.
Then I'll just walk over to where she flew.
Yeah, like a teenager running to the room. After
Yeah.
Damn it!
Then I'll just.
Let me make
I'll
sure
run
that's
after
what the
her.
fruit does.
Maybe.
We like surprises.
So she's over. There's this very adorable little water feature. It's like a small fountain, and she's sitting next to it. And to you guys, it's like maybe the size of my coffee cup. To her, it's a decent size. And she's just gonna rest her head on the side of it and kind of be sobbing into her arms,
Like Cinderella style.
Yeah.
Okay. What happened?
Tinkerbell
The
and
fairy
she got
grandmother didn't like her idea of me talking to the spirits.
Why don't we do it anyway?
I agree.
Lorella, I think your idea sounds wonderful. Rather than what?
The fairies just staying in that little.
Yeah, that's a dumb idea. Come on, Lorella, you can show us where the spirits are.
She says, "You really think so?"
Yes.
Sounds a lot better than doing nothing.
She says, "That's what I was thinking. The grandmother fairy always hates my ideas. She's so stuck up and rude."
Sounds like you need to be grandmother fairy.
Oh.
She's like, She's her tears disappear instantly. She says, "Exactly."
Oh gosh.
Oh
no.
God! Is this why it's a 2-day turnaround?
Don't want to get caught in family.
She flies
drama.
up. She flies up in front of you, Amberjill, and she says, "Oh, she says,
You know the fairy reminds me of Stewart off of Mad TV?
what do I can do?"
Then it's just like,
Yeah.
Let me do it!
you know it's not dead.
Okay.
Yes to me.
So she's gonna fly up in front of your face, Amberjill, and she's gonna say, "I dub you the first knight in the service of Fairy Godmother Lorella."
Oh,
I start
And I
sparking.
will bend a knee to her.
Yes, and she says, "With your help, woman giant, we will take over this tree, and I shall rule all the fairies."
Alright, so why don't we start?
Yeah, I'm not talking.
I take back everything I said.
We're taking our services and we're leaving.
She's just a little fairy. She's letting me
She's
be
just
too
a little crazy.
Yeah, I know. But
I've already
they
made like
all
miniature
are. They've been trying to
pitchforks.
take all of our
Look at that little evil laugh. I'm not helping her.
It did sound pretty cute, though, because it was very small.
It's a little cute.
I have
Come
miniature
on.
pitchforks and torches ready.
She says, "Come, druid! Come, druid! Let's speak with the spirits."
No.
Come on, Manoli.
No.
She says, "You dare defy me?
With her little finger.
Man, giant woman! Slay her!"
Okay, listen.
Look at
Now it's a
her.
conflict of interest.
My bond. Lorella. You need to.
She just immediately starts sobbing as soon as you say her name. She says, "See, I can never be fairy
She's
godmother.
manipulating you. Don't let
I
her.
can never be fairy godmother."
I think you're right about the bipolar.
She falls to the ground slowly and just starts sobbing.
I'm just gonna scoop her up.
I can
now.
make this end a little bit quicker.
Why don't we forget about that whole plot right now and think about the plot where we're gonna save the rest of the fairies from getting eaten?
She says, she looks up and she says, "You really think that would be the best way to go?"
Yes.
She says, "Exactly. Because then I could get all their support and we could throw a coup."
Yeah, no. That's where you keep losing me.
Yeah, you.
You're losing me at trying to do
I'm down with this.
You're gonna let this little fairy take
You're in on
over
it?
everything?
Yeah, why not?
Why don't we just burn the tree down and start over again? As I got the flint and tinder ready.
We're not killing anything.
I never said we were going
We
to kill
gotta
the
kill
fire's
something.
going to kill it.
We gotta kill a monster, we gotta
She
kill a
says,
manticore.
"Well, it wouldn't work anyway because the tree won't burn."
Ooh.
Why are you looking at me?
Wait,
She's like,
what?
I've tried. Trust me.
I look at you like, what did you do?
Okay, Lorella. Alright. Seriously, though,
Chill.
just take us to where the spirits are and we'll talk to them. And they can help us with this whole. Do you want to get eaten?
No.
Then let's just get to that. Can you eat the tree?
Well, I mean, you can eat anything.
Ask her what the fruit does.
How's it going? Trying to stop my inevitable takeover of this universe? Maybe?
She's like the mouse from, what is it, the brain?
The Pinky and the Brain.
Pinky and the Brain.
She says, "Well, very well then. I guess I'll put that aside for now."
That's a good
That's-
idea.
That's a good start.
She says, "Thank you for talking me down back to a sensible state."
I'm afraid to
Five.
say anything. 'Cause she's like, yeah.
Okay.
You just lead the way.
Yeah, and she will take you behind the tree to a place where the
The other side of the tree.
no, there's a large stump back there, and it's probably like it kind of forms like this. I mean, it's very large. It's probably like maybe the size of 2 Amberjills. Like,
Oh, damn.
yeah,
Nice.
that's the diameter of it.
I love that I'm like always like
The measuring tool. The measuring tool.
Hey, can you just lay it on at this angle for me?
And it's like perfectly circular. and it's this perfectly circular stump raised out of the ground, and it doesn't look like anything really special until you get close to it. Manolia, you can start to see, and Zeno, you can also kind of both of you, for different reasons, can kind of feel like something special about this place.
Okay.
This stump to you, Manolia, is like a conduit to the spirits.
Okay.
To you, Zeno, this is the place of power that you were sensing.
I'm just like,
That this whole grove seems to be a part of.
I'm just like, it's a stump.
This
See
is
how
the,
we're both.
It's a stump.
We're like standing on top of it and shit.
Like kicking it.
Yeah.
Do something.
Yeah, Lorella says, "Don't profane the sacred stump with your
What?
We'll wait.
boots."
Right
Do you have
where it
boots?
hurts.
Sandals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, you don't say I wear boots.
Okay.
He's got him to
And she says,
They're
"Oh,
Uggs.
great druid, this is the sacred stump."
Okay. Thank you.
I should say some bad about me.
So I will cast Communion of Whispers.
Okay.
Doesn't say how long I have to stay here, but
Yeah.
spend a little time staring at the stump.
Okay.
And I will
Staring at the stump. Ooh, damn. What is it?
It's plus-
Oh, so you have like 14. On
Yeah.
10 plus the vision will be clear and helpful to you.
Okay. So this vision comes to you, and you can see this. You can see this
The
large.
stump.
You can see this vision of this large, monstrous wolf-like man beast, prowling through the dark woods. You see him catch a fairy, but not kill it. He seems to take it back to another place. A circle of tall, like if you're looking up in the vision, the trees like almost reach up to an endless height. But there's like a perfect circular like clearing in the tree where the trees are growing like right next to each other. And he steps into this to this place, and there's another stump exactly like this one. And on top of it is a big jar with a bunch of fairies inside of it.
Well, now I feel like an asshole talking about putting them in a jar.
And there seem to be plenty of fairies in there already, and some of their lights are growing dim. And
They're trying to use their power like to open a portal.
and he goes up and he puts it inside, and then as he puts the lid back on, behind them you can see the grandmother fairy like disappearing, or kind of like fading back into the darkness.
They're all crazy.
No, they're not. It's just a grandma.
I was gonna say maybe she's trying to keep
This
them.
little one is too?
I think she's trying to keep them in the tree though, so they don't leave. She's doing this kind of thing.
Like
But
a
this-
rare-
But this is what you see. So whether or not you choose to communicate that with the rest of the group, is up to you.
This circle, it's not like the tree that I went to visit the grandmother fairy. It doesn't look like anything that was around there, right?
No, the stump looks exactly like this stump. It's in the center of this. It's in the center of this. It's like this ring of trees that grow really closely together.
Okay. And when I went to go visit the grandmother fairy, that tree was by itself. It wasn't.
Yeah, that was like
a
one
circle.
big tree that you went inside of. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, that's it. I'm ripping the tree from the roots with the grandmother fairy in it.
We're gonna kill the grandma.
So you guys don't know that though. You don't know that.
Simple as that.
If I divulge that information, Lorella's gonna lose it. So you don't know that yet.
So we just hear you go,
Yeah.
and then we're like,
What's wrong?
yeah, what happens? Oh, nothing.
Nothing.
Okay.
I can't wait to hear what you tell them.
Yeah, what did you see?
I awake.
I awake.
Alright, I'll wait for Lorella to get back. I'm getting coffee.
Oh yeah. No, they're all.
Okay.
She's like, no, go ahead.
So I asked Lorella if there's another stump that she knows of that looks like this one.
She says, there's one other stump like this in the entire forest. She says, it's where the last fairy tree was.
And she's like dumping like honey from
What
like
is it?
flowers into her little cup.
Aw. What is it?
But she's mixing it with like another, like with like bug droppings or whatever, and it seemed to be like smoking and fizzling.
No,
Is she making a witch's brew, or is she?
What is?
I say we just kill them all.
What do the surroundings look like of the old stuff?
She says, I don't know, I've never been there.
Can you take us there?
She says there's only one creature in the entire forest that knows where the old fairy tree is.
I guess grandmother fairy.
No,
The wolf,
not even the grandmother fairy knows.
the wolf man?
No, not even the wolf man.
You?
And she says,
You?
and she says,
Maybe.
Old Badger.
Old Badger?
Old Badger.
Where's
Can we
he at?
trust Old Badger?
She says, absolutely not, but he's our only way.
Is Old Badger an old
This
badger?
is my conversation.
I need to know. I need to know. I gotta know if I gotta put a muzzle on the hawk.
So if we ask Old Badger, will he tell the grandmother fairy that we're going?
Oh no, the Badger hates the fairy folk.
So
So
the,
then
What
why
if we
would-
say it's to destroy?
This-
Sorry.
Did you have a vision? Then shut up.
Yeah, shut up. And
Would you have a vision?
she throws the cup at you. When it hits your hand, it's going to explode.
She made a little
Would you like to?
That's funny.
Would you like
Let's
to?
shoot it
See, she's
instead.
unstable.
Roll Constitution.
Keeper's like, Jesus Christ, help us.
6.
You take 4 damage as it explodes against your hand.
Well, unless you fail, you get a,
That was a feisty one.
get experience.
Yeah, that's a good experience.
She says,
Okay.
now shut up! We're plotting world domination. I mean, we're plotting to save the fairy
See,
folk.
you keep losing me there. Now, so if he hates the fairy people, then why would he help us?
Well, you think he'd help us and maybe not the fairies?
She says, no, she just shrugs. She says, I don't know, but he's our only hope.
Okay, and you're sure he wouldn't tell the grandmother?
No, he hates the fairies.
Okay. Well then, lead me to him.
Well, who is Old Badger? Is he an actual badger or is he a crazy old hobo that lives in like a shack?
It's like a little hobo fairy.
He hates the fairies though.
So about 30 feet away is this other tree, and it seems to like the roots of like some of the roots are like above the ground, and it creates this like little den, and the den has like a little door on it.
And this is where Old Badger lives?
She says, mm-hmm.
Hey, are you gonna go knock since you know him?
She says, I'll knock, but you'll have to answer. And she flies down, she knocks, and then flies away.
Okay.
Ding dong ditch.
Is this door like little?
Yeah,
Is it like towards the ground or is it like halfway up?
towards the ground.
Okay, so I'm like kneeling down,
Yeah.
waiting for him to open it.
Yeah. You hear the door like flies open, and this badger
Sounds like you.
this badger pops out, and he says, "Oh, it's the last time you're gonna play ding dong ditch on me." And he's got like a little rock in his paw. He's like swinging it wildly around.
It's just me, sir.
Whoa! Are you here to eat me?
No, I don't eat.
That's what I've heard
anything.
about you humans. You eat everything.
I'm not a human.
You look like one.
That's rude.
Wish you don't have the face hair. I guess you could be a young human.
I am not young nor human. Can you come out here and speak to me?
I'm speaking to you right now.
This is a very uncomfortable position.
For who?
For me.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. You got them useless limbs.
Useless is one way to describe them, yes.
Here you go. Let me lock up. You can't trust them fairy folks. Thieves, all of them. He's gonna like close his door, and there's a little latch on the outside. He's gonna latch it.
Okay. So I need your help. Lorella.
Whoa, who are the rest of these people?
Holding the
these
Hulk.
are my friends. We're all here
I'm
for
in
the
the
same
sack hiding.
reason. I need you to bring me to the old fairy tree.
The old fairy tree, why would you want to go there? That place is cursed.
There's a wolfman eating badgers in the whole forest.
Well, they always eat badgers, that's what they do.
I know, but this guy's
That's
like...
the natural order of things. You wouldn't upset the natural order, would you?
No, but he's looking for old, tough meat. Not fresh, old, silver-haired badgers like
Old? What are you talking? Who are you calling old?
you.
He's like, I'm nearly
Exactly.
3
You can't-
years and 2 months.
What is with their concept of time? Sounds like a
Many
90-year-old
moons ago.
man. Says he's 3.
Every full moon is what day they count.
Lorella pokes back out and she says, no, you're not. You're a dirty old badger. He says, who said that?
I
Lorella, please.
I'm looking at you, little guy.
I didn't say it.
I'm gonna throw the rock at you.
I'll go back in the.
It hits Amberville instead.
Boink.
I can't tell you why I need you to take us there. Just that it's very important, and I will pay you.
What's in it for me?
Lots of gold.
I don't use gold. That's a human thing.
All the sardines you can eat.
Yeah.
What's a sardine?
What do you eat?
He says, I'm nourished by love.
We'll get you a
Okay.
girlfriend.
Yeah, I will get you a girlfriend.
No, I'm just kidding. Sardines sound great.
I will get you.
7 sardines.
I will get
7.
I can get you more than that.
No, I don't wanna push my luck here. I'm not a haggling man. I just want 7.
7 I can do. And you'll take us there?
Now he starts thinking about it. He goes, no, wait, maybe 8. Give me 8 sardines.
I can do 8.
Okay,
So you'll take us there?
I'll do it. But that place is cursed. I can't be responsible for what'll happen to you after you cross the threshold.
I understand.
And we'll need a fairy folk to actually get into it.
Oh, good, because we have one. Lorella flies.
Yeah, Lorella will fly out and she'll pull down her eye and stick her tongue out. Yeah. And he'll say, "Why, you little?" And then
Try swimming.
and then he'll start clawing his way up the tree, trying to chase her, and she'll fly around the tree, not make fun of him.
Okay, so are we ready to go?
Before we leave, I want to draw upon this power
Oh, okay.
to protect us from the curse.
Oh, okay. Let me see here. Are you using your ritual?
My ritual.
Alright, let's see what stipulations are in place.
I don't even have to roll or anything on this one, do I?
No. So you think that you can draw some kind of protection out of this place of power, but you'll have to you'll have to
Uses a curse to protect them from curses. What happens?
you think, well, so here's the thing. So you think that you will have to you think that if you eat of the fruit that it will offer you some kind of protection.
Okay. I'm gonna wait till we get away from this place, and then I will share the fruit.
Okay. However, you and your allies will risk danger from the fairy folk if you do.
Even if they don't see it?
Well, you just know that when you came in, that the first thing she told you was not to eat the fruit.
Right.
Getting some serious dog vibes up in here.
So that's it. That's the dealio there. Okay. I will keep that under my hat for the moment.
Okay.
That'll be an emergency situation.
All right, sure. So, yeah. So, you will move into the forest. Old Badger will lead the way. Lorella will sit on Amberjill's armor on her shoulder.
Yay, everybody just rides on top of me.
and as Old Badger is leading you through the forest here, he'll be telling you stories about the Old Badger Kingdom.
Oh yeah.
What do we know about the Badger Kingdom?
Yeah.
What do we know about the Badger Kingdom?
What do you know about the Badger Kingdom?
Yeah. What do we know?
I don't know
There's
anything.
a king badger and a queen badger.
Oh yeah.
The current king badger is.
Well, so there was a king and a queen badger.
Oh, there's no more king and queen badgers.
No. They died in a horrible
Fire.
Badger like
no. So what happened was there was like 5 badgers, and there was a king, a queen, and there were 3 normie badgers, and then the Badger Nation disbanded after an accident killed king and queen badger, and thus ended the Badger Kingdom.
So is he one of the 3 normie badgers then? Is he a descendant of one of the 3 normie badgers?
He says, "I'll let you in on a secret.
He's the king.
I'm next in line to be Badger King,
Well, damn!
but I have no Badger Kingdom to rule over."
Was the Badger
Sounds like you need a girlfriend.
Was the Badger Kingdom in the Rosen Forest, or?
He turned to a badger.
He said, the Badger Kingdom's borders crossed all other borders. Well, we had Ruby Reach, the entirety of Ruby Reach in the palm of our paws.
That's adorable.
Roll deception.
It was a grand age to be a badger.
Okay.
The kingdom stood for almost 4.5 years before it came crumbling down.
And you're 3?
Huh?
And you're 3?
Oh, you don't be reading into my age too much. That's rude.
Sorry. He's his own kingdom. Treat yourself like a king. Oh, Laneth is extremely uncomfortable.
Just
Lorella will, she'll call him a crackpot.
Oh, Lorella.
She says, but he makes stories all
Lorella.
the time. Oh my god, there was a Badger Kingdom. Oh my god, all fairies are evil, men and maniacal maniacs.
I mean,
That
the second
sounds
part's
familiar.
true.
Lorella language.
So,
You can call him a pot crack, but not a crack.
right, so if, you get to, so you're talking about this, and then you get to a point where, Old Badger stops talking, and he sits up straight and starts looking around fearfully.
You're right.
Lorella will, likewise, she will eke and fly up into the trees.
Here we go. What is it, Old Badger?
He says, it's the monster. And he's gonna scurry.
Yeah, hi.
He's gonna scurry under a log.
No! I'll take you on, Wolfman.
Yeah. Looking down the path, very clearly, all of you can see this hulking wolf monster. It's hairy all over, standing upright, giant claws, and a big wolf face.
Is he looking at us?
Oh yeah.
Oh, right.
Do I see the stump anywhere near here?
Felix, maneuver, ready.
Whoop.
Whoop!
Tell him you'll eat it.
Why are we eating
Jump right
everything?
Because you're humans. That's what humans do. They eat everything.
Get back in your hole.
I'm going underneath the log with him.
What the? What?
Why?
I'm kidding.
You better be.
But the hawk definitely runs away. It's
Yeah,
funny.
the wolf monster just kind of stands there in the path, just like staring you down, and he's
Alright.
growling.
Hey, yo, bitch.
I get on there and jump shoulder, get my bow ready.
Okay.
Everybody uses me as like an obstacle. I need it. Stop.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Is anyone gonna try to talk to this guy?
Yes. Is it? Sorry, I saw that. And I was like, ooh. I don't know. Do you want to try talking to her first? See if he'll
Yeah.
explain to
Me?
Yeah. I mean, you're probably closest to talking to animals, right? He's like part wolf, part human.
I don't.
Just
I mean, I wouldn't get closer.
Just start
but I
howling
would
at
be-
him.
I mean, I don't have to roll for that, so I guess I'll just say hello.
Grab back and assert dominance. Pee on him a little. Find something he likes and pee on it.
You gotta bite its ear. Sure. One more time.
He growls. He says, humans, you have come too far.
Like, I'm not a human. Stop!
Most of us are not humans here. Do we even
That's
have
true.
a human? Oh, it's just him.
Pony hat
You can have
man.
him.
The elephant in the room here.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's funny.
It was a lizard again.
He's the one who said it was just him.
I just said him.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go back to teaching at the academy.
That you burned down.
So everybody knows.
Allegedly.
Really, you can call him a crackpot all you want.
Why have we come too far?
You are entering cursed ground. You must turn back,
Or else what?
or else you'll end up like me.
Oh, well, that's a good one.
That's kind of cool. I'm cool with him.
So you weren't always like this?
No,
What did you used to be?
I used to be. I'm human like you.
Okay.
She like pulls back her hair. I'm an elf.
It's elf.
So what did this to you?
This place is cursed.
Just by walking here will turn into you?
I was a hunter. I was hunting one day. Then I transformed into this beast you see before you.
Did you get hungry? Eat some fruit off a tree?
He says, no, fruit does not,
Wait, you guys,
fulfill my hunger.
can you
any
talk to
longer."
animals?
He's human.
No, he's talking to you like normal, like a person.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
speaking English
Yeah.
or whatever.
You don't get to ask all the questions.
I was told to speak with animals, okay?
Are you originally from El Rosen Forest?
No, I used to live along the mountainside.
Why is the grandmother fairy making you capture all the fairies?
Huh?
What?
Like, what?
Lorella pokes her head out. She goes,
I don't know about you, but it sounds like a pretty neat curse.
she says, she says, it's the only way to break the curse and free me from these woods.
How?
It's all starting to come together.
Here, take a bite of
How
this
does
fruit.
capturing fairies take away the curse?
I don't know. She said it would.
I think
I
she's
think
lying.
she may just be using you.
I think she's the
She
one that
said
did this to you.
When the full moons align, the fairies, their power consumed, can turn me back to a mortal man.
I think she's using you. She's probably the one that did this.
Wait, you should look to see if you can tell if that's true or not.
Would Lorella
Well, that just
know?
gives me spout lore, but
Dang,
I
yeah.
can do that.
Would Lorella know if that's possible?
She says, I'm pissed.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay,
What?
Lorella, calm down. Is
I
that
hold her,
possible?
I hold her little legs down there, trying to like fly off and.
Why are you so
she's
angry?
like, she's like, that's the perfect diabolical plot to gain control of the fairy folk, and I didn't think of it.
Okay.
I'm literally about to shoot.
Maybe she does deserve to be the fairy godmother.
None of you do. Can that actually break this curse?
At this point, I'm going to summon my unseen servant
Okay.
Whoa, you got an unseen servant.
and give him the fruit.
Okay.
To take to the monster.
Okay.
I'm going to urge him to take a bite.
Take a bite of the fruit.
Take a bite of the
To
fruit.
him, he just
Yeah,
gonna
floating over
I'm
there.
going to explain to him that this will possibly reverse the curse.
Lorella's like, you stole fruit!
It fell off the tree.
Lorella,
Crazy.
holding her down by her little legs.
Lorella, I'll have the Hulk eat you. I
She
swear to
says,
God.
I curse you with the power of 100
There's a lot of
fairies!
things you don't know.
There's a lot of things you don't know about fairy fruit! It's not meant to be consumed by outsiders!
That's what your grandmother tells you.
Ooh.
And,
Fair point.
she just gets all flustered and stifled at that point. So,
Eat the
the
fruit.
fruit will float over to him, and he will look down at it, and he will say,
It's worth a shot.
and he says, this might be a parlay moment.
Okay.
Because he says that I don't know why the fairy godmother would deceive me.
She's using you to take over.
All I know is I drew from the power of the tree, and that's what I learned. And if it's worth your old life back, what can it hurt?
Yeah.
Charisma?
Preach it, so
Yeah.
Ooh,
Amen.
nice.
Hallelujah.
He bites of the fruit.
With his wolf teeth.
Yeah.
Then he dies.
Like,
Oh God.
And I immediately send the servant back with the fruit.
Okay. So it's got a big chunk missing out of it. The wolf man begins to contort and he howls out in pain. And then he appears to just he seems to just disappear.
You killed
What
him.
did you do?
Well, the coast is clear.
Lorella says, I told you!
Well, the ghost is
Lorella, what does fairy fruit do?
She says it's not meant to be consumed by outsiders.
We get that.
What happens if it is?
It turns you into a fairy. And then you see out of the brush, this little fairy flies up.
Is it still like part wolf?
No. It's a human.
tough.
He's like a fairy-sized human.
Oh my
Well, the
God.
good news is.
You know. I wasn't lying.
So he says, I don't know if this is preferable.
well, there's probably a wizard that knows an enlarge spell or something.
Thanks, I guess.
You don't know enlarge, or
I suppose you wouldn't know how to turn me back from a fairy to a human.
Well, it might have to go werewolf then human.
I'll
Seems
work
like
on
you've
it.
made my problem a little worse.
Just
I mean, you're
different.
human.
A little worse.
And Lorella says, she says, she whispers to Amber Jill. She says, he's kind of cute, don't you think?
Oh my God.
Seems totally like your type.
Yeah, and he says, I can't go back to my wife and children this way.
Oh.
Never mind, Lorella.
And she says,
Ooh.
wife and children, they must die.
Oh my God. I'm holding your by your feet again.
Lorella, focus. Did what he...
Evil
What?
plot number 1, take over the fairy kingdom. Evil plot number 2, destroy this man's family so I can keep him all to myself.
I like where this is going.
What
You
he
don't
said
help.
about... What he said about the fairy... Or capturing the fairies and their magic helping him break his curse, does that sound like something you know about? Does it sound plausible?
She says, well, it wouldn't be the first time that a fairy godmother has harnessed the power of the fairies in order to cast some great spell.
Listen, there's a thing called a fly swatter.
Not back then.
to think that our fairy godmother would be a part of it. Makes total sense, actually.
Are all of you guys like this?
Like what?
I'm trying to take over the
Beautiful and intelligent
Yeah,
and
that.
sinister.
Yeah, that.
Glad you admit the last part.
Evil.
Annoying and crazy.
And she goes,
I mean, if you need help taking over stuff, I'm down.
So what do we do then? Do we leave the fairies trapped so that he can change back into a human?
We don't know if that's true.
We don't, but it sounds
I don't think it's true.
like it could be.
Why
I
would
don't
she-
think it is either.
Can we confront her,
I mean, would you choose
Who?
100 lives over 1 life?
grandmother?
I don't want to confess.
He says, if you wish to free the fairies, I will take you to them.
Yeah, let's free him.
Okay.
Will we turn into a werewolf if we do it?
Oh yeah, who?
Yeah, what's gonna happen if we?
Well, I thought if we ate the fruit, we'd be alright, but I don't know now.
Don't eat the fruit.
What if we get cursed?
Yeah.
I had a dud.
Old
Ritual.
Badger comes out and says, that's why we need a fairy. Fairies can't be cursed.
Oh, shit.
Now we got 2.
Well, I don't know if I trust Lorella, so maybe we should just send the wolf fairy.
The wolf.
The wolf.
I don't know his name.
He's
Humbert.
Humbert.
Oh, that was the Badger's
We
name.
can't send him alone.
He
Can't
says
send him
my
alone,
name. He says my name is Milton.
But do you trust
Milton?
Lorella?
Bradley?
I trust her.
We can't send him alone though. All right,
How about I just go
which
with
one of
him and
us
y'all
turn-
wait here?
which one of us turn into a fairy?
I vote the Badger.
Badgers can't be fairies. It's against the natural order of things.
Yeah, but think about it.
I just did.
You could be the king of fairies,
Yeah.
and she could
The,
be your
the
queen.
grandfather.
Yeah, and
could
she
be the
and she could be your
grandfather of
queen. You might not have a badger,
And Lorella says,
Family,
me
but-
with the Badger? That's the worst idea I've ever heard of. Get back in your bag.
But he won't be a badger if you
Get
buy
back in your bag.
he won't be a badger if he bites the fruit. He'll be a fairy.
Yeah.
And
That's
then,
absolutely disgusting.
how do you
It's a
know?
disgrace to fairy kind.
Did you
Because
like the wolf
badgers
guy
are dirty
before he
badgers,
turned?
just like humans are dirty humans.
Well, he is a
Wow.
human.
I don't
You
even
had
know
a
what I'm
crush on
drawing
him
Figure it
when
out.
he turned into a fairy.
What?
I said that guy was a human, but you had a crush on him when he turned into a fairy.
And she says, well, I guess you do have a point. I just can't get over the idea of him being a badger and all. I feel
What
like
if he
even if
turns
he
into
turned
a
into
human?
into a pixie, a fairy, I mean.
Oh,
It's okay for fairies to call each other
Lorella
pixies.
just showed.
Jesus.
No comment. We're dropping it right there.
That's it. We're leaving. Let's just leave.
In the stream now.
Let's just leave. Well, we got work to do.
Let's
Okay.
go to the bathroom, guys.
Let's go. See
So,
ya. Good luck.
are we trusting Lorella to go with Humbert?
Not really. She just called herself a pixie.
I know,
I was going to go with her newfound friend.
but you're gonna get cursed.
And when in doubt, just turn to a
Fairy.
fairy.
True. I volunteer him.
I
too.
don't want to bite it and then turn into it.
It's going to protect you.
Alright, toss me an apple.
Oh goodness.
Most reluctant bite ever in the world.
Yeah, you take a little bit of it and you instantly, it's like he disappears.
Where'd he go?
He becomes a fairy.
And you just see a Hulk,
He becomes a fairy.
the Hulk carrying
He
me.
becomes a fairy.
And then
That
sure
was
enough,
really cool.
a little
Where
lamp
did he
fairy
go?
rises up from the ground.
Quick, everybody, beat him up!
Well, one good thing.
Have fun getting back home.
I don't think Patricia's gonna have a crush on you anymore.
Oh!
She says, "Who's Patricia?"
Oh
Oh
god.
no, she's in love with you! Oh shit, let me update this.
I'm gonna square at
When
this
I'm
point.
fairy godmother, I'll have plenty of husbands, and you'll be one of them.
Great, you're the queen bee over here. Anyway, hopefully
So
she,
you-
hopefully
you
she's not a prime mantis.
Humbert.
He says it's actually Milton.
Oh, Milton.
Milton, let's go free the others.
I've updated my love list.
He
Love
says,
it.
Leneth It's good to meet you. And he gives you a handshake.
Nice to meet you. Sorry, it's under these circumstances. Pointing at the wings.
He says, well, to be honest, it's better than being the monster that I was. So hunger doesn't drive me anymore. He says, I used to be so scared to return home as a monster, afraid that I would hurt the people that I loved.
Maybe they're into that.
He says, and even if I wanted to, I couldn't. I was confined to these woods.
Well, plan is to get you back to normal.
And he'll take you there. So everybody else is not going?
What do you think? You want to ferry it up?
What if we can't turn back?
Yeah.
Just
I
eat
could
them.
never return to the Sapphire Islands as a fairy.
Can you watch my hawk, man?
Watch your hawk. I can
Does your hawk try to eat you?
At first. No.
He has a special connection with his hawk.
Yeah.
It transcends form.
It turns into a miniature hawk.
A fairy hawk.
Yeah. It's got extra wings.
So nobody else is going?
Nope.
Alright.
It's just you and Milton.
You strap fairies to your limbs, right? Like some kind of fairy suit. Like a suit made of fairies.
About 100% protection, not about 25% protection.
Alright. So he will fly you further into the forest. Are you guys gonna let Lorella go?
Nope.
No.
Okay.
Good call.
He will fly you to the ring of trees, or to this like ring of trees, and there's like all the trees in a ring, they grow together, and then there's like one tree missing. As a way to like grant entry into this ring, and so once you enter the ring, the properties of the forest seem to change. Like it's like these trees seem to extend all the way up to the sky, and like you just look up and they just seem to extend forever. There's a large stump, just like the one from the fairy tree, and upon the stump is a large glass jar. And it's probably got about like 20 or so fairies inside of it. And some of them are flying, some of them are so tired that they're like laying on the bottom of the jar, like clinging on to life. Their fairy lights fading fast. Milton says, there they are. He says, it feels bad.
Oh, now that you're on this side of it.
He says, I just can't believe that I was so driven to return to my family that I would commit a crime such as this.
Well, don't beat yourself up. You're making up for it now. And on top of it, you're just trying to see your family again. I understand if you want to go through anything to have that happen again.
And he says, Life, good man. I appreciate your words of kindness.
Speaking of doing some kindness, though, how do we plan on opening this jar?
We don't. We'll have to tip it over together and free them that way.
Okay.
And so you'll fly down, and both of you will try to to tip the jar over. Go ahead and roll strength. And get a +1.
I don't think it mattered. 5.
He says, damn it, we're not strong enough. Oh yeah, Mark, speak. He says, damn it, we're not strong enough. He says, perhaps there's some other way. And as he's saying that, the circle begins to fill up with this light, this kind of like rose gold light. And as you look up, you can see the fairy godmother descending. She says, so, this is what it's come to. I offer you freedom from your curse, and you betray me, Milton.
Yeah.
What does Milton say?
He runs. He says shit, and he just books it. As he does, these cherry blossom petals begin to fall from the sky. When they hit the ground, they kind of disappear. But as he's flying, one of them hits him, and he turns to stone. He falls to the ground and he breaks.
Oh no!
Well, I'm staying on this stump.
Yeah, the petals are falling on the stump too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Question: did my bow shrink with me?
Yeah.
I want to shoot her.
Okay. You'll have to dodge the petals though.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Just by damage.
Yeah. And I can use dexterity or whatever for that, right?
Dexterity.
Yeah.
Because you're dodging. Dodging and weaving.
Goodness.
Oh, and he can use fairy powers. Yeah, he can fly.
7.
7?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you're able to step out of the way of the of the petals, but it puts you directly behind the glass, so that it's like blocking your sight from her.
Right.
Or your yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm here. I'm just like trying to lift it as hard as I can.
Yeah, it's just too heavy.
Right.
You can't move it, unfortunately.
Go. Y'all can start flying toward the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the fairies on the inside are like banging on the glass where you are, like screaming like, "Let us out! Let us out! Let us out!"
Other side.
The fairy godmother is going to fly around, and she's going to start. She's gonna hold her palm open, and like the stinger of a bee is going to appear in her palm, out of her palm, and it's gonna like shoot right at you.
Let's try to dodge it again.
Okay.
Alright, that was pretty good. 9.
Okay, yeah. So you dodge it, and it hits the glass, and it goes through the glass a little bit, and like starts to crack it. But moving away from dodging away from the jar puts you back in the path of the petals again. Go ahead and roll.
It's an ending cycle. Alright, that's pretty good. 11.
Okay, yeah. So you're like kind of dodging and weaving out of the way of the petals. The grandmother fairy is going to rush at you and fly. She's going to fly down low, and she's going to the stinger out of her palm is going to elongate like a lance, and she's just going to kind of charge right at you with it.
I'm just going to dodge out of the way again.
Okay.
No, 11.
11? Yeah, so you dodge out of the way of that, and she like flies right over you.
Can like as soon as she goes by me, can I take a shot at the jar?
Oh, at the jar?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
To try to break it. More help. Come on. So 10.
10. Okay, so you fire at the jar, like right where the other stinger was.
Yeah.
Or where the stinger was, and it pushes it the rest of the way, and it shatters the jar, and all the fairies begin to fly out, and they descend directly upon the fairy godmother.
Eat her.
The fairy grandmother. Godmother, grandmother, yeah, same thing. Yeah. And they'll descend upon her, and they will start eating her.
Oh.
Oh, snap.
Hungry much?
Yeah, their mouths open, and these like large like teeth. I mean, relatively large. And these large teeth will come out, like these pointy teeth, and they'll start like ripping the flesh from her. She'll say, "No, I had it. The power was all mine."
I'm just gonna wait right here.
And you're like,
I want to go where the petals can't touch me. I'm just gonna sit like.
Yeah, the petals stop falling as soon as she gets
Okay.
attacked, yeah.
I'm gonna wait till you're done, guys.
Yeah, and then so once they finish consuming her, they turn towards you and they look at you hungrily.
you're like, hey.
Hey, you wanna go get some food?
And then the one will step towards you, and she'll kind of like walk like kind of like stumble towards you, and her she's got these huge teeth, like jagged teeth, like sticking out of her mouth, and she's kind of just like falling and stumbling towards you. And then when she gets to you, she's going to straighten herself back out. The teeth will go back in, and she'll be like, "Thank you for saving us."
I don't even want to ask. You're welcome. Let's get you back to the tree.
And they will follow you out of the tree.
I'm gonna ask the ones that came to help me get the guy that turned to stone to bring him.
He's in pieces.
Okay. All the pieces?
Yeah.
Alright, you get all the pieces.
And then go back to them.
Okay, yeah, so you know, about a half an hour later, you hear a flurry of small wings flying through the air, and you see Laneth with a trail of fairies following behind him. Each of them have Each of them have a piece of something.
Oh shit!
Good news. I got a puzzle. Bad news. Our friend's dead. Better news. The fairies are free.
Even better news, fairy godmother's dead.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that.
Oh.
Oh.
We're all
And you just see them wipe their mouths as I say that.
Lorella says, fairy folk, you are free! It is I, Lorella, who have freed you!
Oh. Lorella, give credit where it's due.
She says, I sent my trusted servant Laneth to save you, and he has heroically returned.
That's about as much credit as he's gonna get.
She says, rally behind me as we take over the fairy tree together.
If we have to come back a few years later to kick her ass, then...
Well, stop there.
Okay, we've done what we said we were going to do. Don't we have a monster to find?
Maybe they can lead us to
but
it.
here's two problems real quick. I want to fix him as opposed to like these puzzle piece looking things. And then two.
Oh, right.
I don't think you want me to guide you like this.
Is there
We
any
don't
way
need
y'all
you
can
to
turn them
guide
back?
us.
Ask the fairies.
Well, I'm
Maybe they
2/3
know
of
way.
your
We have
way there.
We have Lorella.
Okay. I'll wait here.
Fairies, any way we can change him back?
Lorella says, of course there is.
Yeah.
Well, that's for fairies to know.
Give me the apple to
never
bite
find
again.
out.
Look,
Well,
we
he's a
helped
halfling.
y'all.
He's a halfling, though.
What does that mean? He's only half the size of a normal human?
Even better. He's not human at all.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I don't care. You're still disgusting.
So the apple that we took
Okay,
a bite
I
of, can I bite
helped
it
you.
again?
I led us here and saved all the fairies and got you your position, so you can help us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she says,
Not you.
she says, I suppose that's fair, if you ask nicely.
What are you asking?
Please, Grandmother Lorella, will you tell us how to change him back into an elf?
And she says,
Unfortunately.
She looks back twice.
into a what?
An elf.
What is that?
What I am.
A human?
No. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Eat her.
I'm about to.
I don't recommend it.
Hey, bugs.
She says, yes, as soon as I become the grandmother fairy, I will help you turn him back.
No,
How do
right
you
now.
become the grandmother fairy?
She says, I have to sit on the throne.
Well, let's go.
We get there and there's 3 already sitting.
There's like a line.
So she'll take you back to the fairy tree, and as she goes in, like all the other fairies, like again, they come down and swarm you, and they start trying to take your stuff.
I join
I'll
in.
start.
Sorry, I don't know what came over me.
Yeah, and that's what it's like, really. I mean, you even have the teeth.
Ew.
I'm biting. I'm sorry.
We're going to start eating them one by one.
Yeah, and so so they'll come down, and then she'll tell them to stop, and they'll clear a path for her to go into the tree.
Damn fairies.
She takes you into the tree with her lamp.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I sit in the throne before her?
No.
She's not turning you back. She's about to make you her king.
I feel like it.
And so, and she says, and bring the pieces of the other hero as well.
Make a snatch.
So she'll fly in. There's already like a procession in there, and she goes to she sits on the throne, and she immediately ages by like 90 years. It looks like.
Jesus.
Damn.
That explains.
And a big
So
and a big
much.
rose begins to grow out of the top of her head, and it blooms into a beautiful rose.
Would it be weird if I sniffed it?
Yes.
It would be.
It would be courting ritual.
Oh, well. Steps back.
You may come sniff me.
Is that a ritual of some sort?
No, it's very nice for everybody involved.
She's not.
I look through like a rule book off to the side. But...
She's not talking about sniffing the ribs either.
Come sniff me.
Sniff it. Sniff it.
Sniff it.
Sure.
They're like looking through the windows and the door.
Sniff it. Sniff.
I go. I just don't want it to end up like a certain other situation in another village.
You sniff it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as soon as you sniff it, you feel a wave.
Michael.
You just feel this
Thanks, Trey.
intoxicating wave.
Make sure to waft.
Intoxicating wave of like of love overtake you. And she says, "Ha! Gotcha!
Oh.
Now you're my husband."
Oh my god.
Yes, dear.
Jesus God.
Arella, I will rip this tree from its roots.
Silence, fool! And she like points to the window, but Felix is up there, and she's like,
Which window are you at?
Who are you people?
you're on the window, and then one window up above you is where Felix is.
Yeah.
She's ha ha ha.
That's it. We're about to burn this shit down.
It doesn't burn.
Burn it down.
And she has the statue of Milton repaired and set in her throne room.
She doesn't bring it back?
No, I just like the statue.
That's not good.
Can you bring him back?
Who?
Milton.
Well, but I think he does make a darling statue.
But then you can like him? Are you ever gonna have a chance with him if you don't bring him back?
Well, look at it this way. He can't leave if he's made of stone.
But
He has
yeah.
that annoying wife and child at home with him.
Give him a sniff your
If you
rose.
can change him back, you need to do it.
Yes.
She says, I don't need to do anything. I'm the queen of the fairies now.
That's it. We'll burn this
He
whole
helped
place
you
down.
get there too, though. He's the one who collected the fairy.
And she, you raise your arrow at
Yeah.
her. She says,
You should just show
Solitude,
your
you
teeth.
love me.
You should just show your teeth. Like you're gonna eat them.
She says, I
No,
think
shoot
it's
my
best if you
tattoo.
just leave.
I think it's best if you fix him.
Both of them.
Arella, I'm gonna have to break your throne.
Yeah, we're about to kill this place.
She says, I don't see how you could possibly do that. You're out there, I'm in here. The only way you can get in here is if you are a fairy. Ha!
What? Good
Wait.
thing you're
I
so
changed
wait.
it to a hummingbird and fly in.
Huh?
I changed it to a hummingbird and fly in.
Ah! Get that monstrosity out of here!
The Hulk
And
comes
then a bunch of fairies will start chasing you.
Alright!
Eat
Stop
her
it,
away.
Lorella. I don't want to have to break your tree.
I get my head out and start catching the fairies.
Lorella.
Sure, you catch a few, but very shortly they reveal their like big
Eat her, Alana.
they reveal their big maws, and then they like chew through your net and
Son of
like
a gun.
fly out. So now your net is useless as well.
Damn.
Did you pull that out of your dungeon pack, by the way?
What? Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So make sure you mark a use of that.
Could I use?
I already had a net anyway in there.
The hummingbird, they will try to restrain you.
Okay. Yeah, no.
Oh, did you want to roll for that and see how much hold you have as well? And I think I have some moves for your hummingbird. It's like
Fly backwards really fast.
yeah, something like that. Yeah, evade danger by flying backwards, and taste sweet nectar.
Yeah, girl.
I just get one hold.
Okay.
Same miss.
So they're
What's cunning hold?
So they're flying after you to try to catch you. So I guess you can use one of your hold to evade them for sure, or maybe you could use one of the basic moves, I guess.
I mean, I'll use the hold to evade them for right now.
Okay, yeah. So you fly backwards, and they all kind of run into each other. They're gonna regroup and chase after you again. Meanwhile, the fairy
Her flower nectar.
the fairy godmother is shouting out commands at everybody. She's like, "Attack them! Kill them! Love me!" She points at Laneth.
Just look at you guys. Can the hawk try to come in using cunning to like snap me out of it?
The hawk?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess the hawk could come in and do what?
I'm trying to think of
Steal you away? What do you think about it? What do you?
Yeah.
I am breaking the fuck out of that tree.
Okay.
Or a window or whatever. If the tree's magical and I can't destroy it, then it's going through a fucking window.
Okay.
And I'll start like reaching my hand through the door and here's Amber Jillet.
Okay.
I guess I'll do bend bars, lift gates, use pure strength to destroy an inanimate obstacle.
Okay.
I got 12.
Okay, yeah.
It doesn't take a very long time.
Sure.
I can fix it again if I need to without a lot of effort, and nothing of value is damaged.
Okay. So you were able to
Sledgehammer that mother. Here's
just like into the side of the tree.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So you create this like hole in the side of the tree. Yeah. You start like ripping through like a giant ripping into a castle. The fairy godmother screams out and she says, "Ah, a giant! A giant!" And
Gorilla, I don't want to have to do this.
she'll say, "Awaken the tree!" So the roots around the bottom of the tree will start to lift, and it might take you up off the ground a little bit as the roots begin to snap up out of the ground, and the tree will actually raise about 1.5 feet, and its branches will begin to move.
Felix, shoot the godmother.
Oh shoot.
Shoot her.
As the branches are moving, they're some of them are swinging right at you, Amber Joe. What would you do?
What is defy danger?
Drink her flat sweater.
Yeah, I guess I'll it's like one comes at me, grab it, and then like pull it off, and then keep doing that for each thing that comes at me.
Okay, roll strength.
Strength.
We're killing these things.
11.
Okay, yeah. So you're defying danger by like as the tree branches come, you're just kind of like snapping them as they're coming at you, and they're just kind of breaking off. Like fruit is flying everywhere.
Oh my
So you don't catch it in your hat.
Just don't catch it in your mouth.
Yeah.
So the other fairies are going to start flying down as well.
Can't you do something? Turn around and stand.
Felix, shoot her!
Alright, yeah.
Shoot her!
I'm picturing Jurassic Park.
I'll shoot the bitch, he says.
Yeah, and as you're trying to get a clear shot, these fairies are descending upon you, Felix.
Let's see here. How many is it?
What, fairies?
Yeah.
A lot.
What?
Yeah.
If he says he's
You shoot her in the name of love. It's for what's best, honey.
I guess I'll start hack slashing you with my short
You're going to start just attacking the
ones that
fairies.
are
Well,
close
what are
to
you
me.
trying to do? You're trying to...
Just get open shot.
Just getting up your shot. So roll volley.
Volley?
Yeah, roll volley.
Alright.
Yeah, so roll your dex.
Where's that at?
Volley is
Basic
your
move.
dexterity.
Dexterity. Oh, nice. Oh,
Oh.
not nice.
Oh.
4.
4, yeah.
Experience.
So you go to fire off this your arrow and make sure you mark experience.
Yeah.
And the fairies are actually going to come down and they're going to like grab you from like limb to limb and so many of them are going to grab you. They're going to lift you up high into the air.
Oh, nice. What's with these things like taking me up in the air?
So they're going to lift you like high up into the air. What's anybody else doing?
Am I still in the sack?
Oh, you go first.
Does that mean I'm
Yes.
going with them?
Yes,
I
you're in
want
the
to try and dispel magic on the tree.
Oh!
Nice.
Okay. So you cast a spell.
Do I?
I don't know, is that a spell that you have?
No.
Oh.
But it's a ritual. I'm still in place of power.
I
don't know how that works yet.
means I have to provide a stipulation for it.
But everyone inside will die.
You're like, oh, what can I do? What can I do in a place?
Let's see.
Kill everything.
Yeah, I think this is funny because, like, as soon as I'm like there to pick you up, you're like, I'm not going with you. Taste my blood, not taste yours. And it's like, okay. That's how we get. I'm here to pick you up. I'm not going with you. Unless.
Okay. You think you could dispel the magic that's animating the tree, but you'd have to actually kill the tree to do it.
Kill it.
Well, I've already got a head start.
And you would need help from a fairy to find the heart of the tree.
Hey, Lana.
Alright, so I'll raise my staff and start doing that. And I will use telepathy, communicate with Lana.
Okay. Is that also a spell?
It is.
Okay.
Oh shit, I forgot.
Oh, snake eyes.
Oh.
Mark
So.
experience.
So instead of communicating with just Laneth, everybody can hear your thoughts now.
Oh my god.
Where's the heart of the tree at?
You just saying it out loud.
Everybody, like, all the fighting stops just to look at him, like,
Damn it. And that echoes throughout everybody's minds.
Can I, if I use discern realities and have the Hulk use its command aid, could I possibly break out of this trance that she's giving me?
Well, you don't want to break out of the trance because you're in love.
you love her.
I was assuming the bird makes me want to. Because there's no, 100% stats for the bird.
Right. Well, what exactly is your connection with the bird? On paper.
On paper?
Yeah.
It's a supernatural connection with a loyal animal. So it's kind of like my best friend.
Right. So it would know if you weren't acting in a way that.
I'm normally acting.
Right. So what would it do in that case?
Either peg me in the head, trying to go snap out of it, or just take me and go.
Okay.
One of the two.
So which one does it do?
I want to say the first one.
It pecks you on the head?
Get out of it, yeah.
Okay. Does it do,
Yeah.
Does it do damage?
It can do damage.
Can it?
Yeah.
How much damage can it do?
Up 3.
Up to 3?
Well, since I add its ferocity to my damage, its ferocity's 3, so I guess 3 damage is what he can do.
Okay, 3 damage. So
Yeah.
so take 3 damage and then you can break the spell.
Okay. Take it. What about a heart?
So he comes down and pecks you on the head really hard and almost drops you. And then
Thanks, bro.
and then if you have armor too, I think you can take that.
Oh, so
Yeah.
it goes to 2.
Okay.
So I got 1 over.
Yeah. So he comes down and he goes, and the fairy godmother is going to say, she's going to say, "No birds allowed in my hall.
Don't tell him what to do.
Don't tell me what to do, lover boy."
Click the heart.
You gonna attack her?
Do I see the heart above me for some unnatural reason?
So if you look up
Throw Phoenix into the tree hole. I'm kind of stuck in the air right now.
Yeah, if you look up into the tree, you can see this thing beating, but there's also because he's broadcasting his thoughts throughout the entire community. There's a bunch of fairies around it.
Could I probably still take the shot? I don't care about them at this point.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Nice.
13.
13? Yeah, so you fire right through all the fairies and you puncture the heart of the tree. just a shower of blood will start raining down onto onto everything.
Q Slayer raining blood.
The tree outside, Ambergel. So you're grappling with this tree and you're like breaking its branches as it's coming down on you, and then suddenly it'll drop to the ground and it will begin to fall over.
Hold!
Would you like to use your strength to try to hold it up? You inhuman goddess.
Yes.
Xeno backs up.
Yeah, Xeno gets the fuck away from the tree.
It's out of dodge.
7.
7?
Yeah.
Okay, so so you can kind of slow down the falling of the tree.
Okay, I can.
However, it's going to it's going to begin crushing you as well. So you'll have to take some damage to hold on to it.
Okay.
You'll take 7 damage. But it's kind of falling on the on top of the. Well, it's falling on top of you. So, Manoli, what are you doing as a hummingbird? You're still flying around inside.
Yeah. What is her throne made out of?
It's like made out of
Is it wood?
Yeah, it's wood and it's got some like beautiful flowers and vines and stuff growing over top of it.
Okay. I'm gonna change it to a woodpecker.
Alright. Woodpecker.
That don't try termite.
10, so I get 3 holds.
Okay, let's see. Woodpecker.
Heck wood.
Peck ferociously.
Why?
Peck ferociously. Precise tools. Like you can use your beak to precisely use like spear-like tools. And what else can woodpeckers do?
Fly.
Yeah, we'll say flying is just part of your movement, but if you want to do like a special fly, you can, like swoop from above.
Okay.
Yeah.
They can fit in small holes, kinda.
So flying is just like movement. It's not a hold.
Yeah.
Okay. So fly to her throne.
Okay.
And then I'll use a hold to start pecking it.
Okay. So you start pecking at the throne, which she's actually kind of connected to on the throne, and she's like sap's gonna start coming out, and like this deep red sap is gonna start coming out, and she's going to turn to you and she's going to say, "You must stop that at once!" And she like a bee stinger will start to appear out of her hand.
I've seen this trick before.
And it's going to she's going to fire it at you.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Can I do this special fly where I like fly up way?
No, you don't have that one on this guy. That's a hummingbird thing.
No, you just decided that was.
Swoop down from above.
Oh, swoop down. Okay, then I'll fly down.
Well, you're already at the floor level, so there's nowhere to swoop
Well,
down.
can I just move then?
Yeah, you can defy danger.
Then I'll just move.
I guess roll dexterity.
Okay. 8.
Okay, so you move out of the way of the stinger,
Okay.
but it's going to back you right into the embrace of some of the other fairies. They're going to try to grab a hold of you and stop you from moving. Felix, the fairies that are carrying you, they're going to fly you up as high as they can, and then they're just going to drop you. You're going to begin to fall towards the ground.
All right. Wait, I'm not kind of like right above like where she's holding the tree up. So can I try to grab onto the tree?
Yeah, you could try.
Yeah.
So I guess that would be defy danger.
Take your short sword and
Yeah.
stick it in the side.
What is the finding again?
So I guess maybe
Dexterity.
Dexterity. Yeah. All right, come on. Oh my god, an 8.
an 8. So yeah. So you're able to slow your fall, but it's going to
Catch him.
So you're able to slow your fall, but it's gonna place you like precariously on a tree, on the end of a tree branch that is like getting ready to
Yeah.
snap. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and
You're so
Keep
dramatic.
yawning.
and yeah, and so the so now the fairy grandmother is going to swing her stinger towards you, and she says, "I thought you loved me."
I just shoot. I don't even listener. I just shoot right back.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to use called shot because I feel like she's defenseless
Oh, I
being
love it.
in the chair.
Okay.
Would that work?
So good.
You want to see Lorella?
Yeah.
Little shit Lorella and then crazy Lorella.
Yeah, show the camera.
To the camera.
Yeah.
Oh, which way? Just doodles.
Cena, they told you to catch me. Catch me in your hat.
7. So
You're a little big for that.
Just a little.
I got a really little head.
I deal damage to them,
Like,
but
got
they
from
also
Beetlejuice.
stand and drool for a few minutes
Okay.
because it hit him in the head. That's
Okay.
what I'm calling. Can I borrow your D8 again?
Mm-hmm.
For 8
Nice.
damage.
Okay, yeah, so she takes 8 damage, and then the petals go everywhere, and she's kind of standing there like, ah.
You got a second.
Go peck her head.
Right? I don't have a move right now.
Unless you'd like to.
Okay, can I use a hole to go peck her?
Yeah.
She doesn't
Peck
fight.
ferociously.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so you go over there and you just start pecking at her ferociously. She
should eat her.
she's all stupefied. She's like, ah. And as you're pecking her, you're injuring her incredibly. The other fairies, including Laneth, begin swooping down upon her. Laneth, you feel this
Urge to eat
yeah,
her?
Yeah, your
Oh,
mouth
God.
your mouth gets all like your teeth protrude and your eyes get wide and like glazed over, and you start like lumbering towards her. And then they all descend upon her and begin like flesh starts flying everywhere.
Don't
look
I'll like fly.
Look, we need to get anywhere. We need to sit on that
Amberjill,
ground.
this tree is crushing you. What are you doing?
Am I hanging on the tree that's crushing her?
Yeah.
Can I push it back?
No.
Throw him.
As soon as you throw it, you gotta get ready to catch me.
Slingshot English.
You could try.
I can
You're
try.
the strongest lass in the world.
Strongest loss.
I mean, that rock.
That rock. 11.
Okay, yeah. So you start pushing the tree back into place,
Can I just let go?
and you will set it up. You will set it upright again
Oh, okay.
with your immense strength. And
Okay,
Felix, you're still hanging from the tree branch.
Aim for the
And it's
vines.
like wobbling a lot. You can tell it's gonna break here in a second.
I'm gonna look at Amberjill and say, "Catch me!"
Come to me!
Well, you're still putting the tree
Oh,
up.
shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Aim for the baboose.
Yeah, just aim for, like, throw the sack down and, like, hope it lands on me and then just boop right in.
How high is he?
He's high enough.
Okay, I'm gonna draw from the tree one part at a time and try to cast Feather Fall on him.
In order to do that, is this like a ritual move?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Have I ritualed out?
no, but in order to do that, you'd have to do something else first, so you really don't have a lot of time.
Okay.
You really don't have enough time.
Is there another branch I can jump to?
There's plenty of
Yeah, I'll
branches.
try to jump to another one.
Okay.
Looks more sturdier.
Alright, so give me a dexterity roll.
Ah, nice. 11.
Okay, yeah, you swing over just as the branch breaks and you land safely on another branch. Yeah. All the fairies have flown into the tree. And Xena, what are you doing? Amberjill's like put the tree back up. She's looking rough and rugged.
Shoot the tree with a fireball. Wait till I get down first.
I'm still in here.
Yeah, I'm still in here.
The hawk's still in here.
So she seems to be succeeding with with putting the tree back upright,
Yeah.
and everybody else is gone except for him and the tree.
Yeah, all the fairies have gone inside the tree. You don't know why, though.
I'm going to look around and see if anything else is happening.
Okay. No, not really.
No.
How does the fruit from the tree look?
Is it more on the ground?
Well, the fruit that is on the tree is like rotting at an accelerated rate, and it's like falling from the tree. And everywhere it falls, it plops and it hits the ground, and like this black and blue like ragweed starts to sprout up.
Ew.
Yeah, and at the top of it is this unopened pod.
Oh, maybe it's more baby fairies.
Or the new baby tree.
I guess do I have time to like figure out what it is, like spout lore?
Sure.
Oh,
7
10.
Yeah, something comes out of the pod. What comes out of the pod?
What comes out of the pod?
What comes out of the pod, viewers of the magical flower? Instead of evil fairies, they're good fairies.
Another Xeno comes out.
Oh, Jesus!
So we'll get back to that in a second.
Dragon.
Dragon.
Good God!
Yes!
Okay.
Like a little
Yes!
Moderator.
like a tiny one.
Don't look at me. I'm not getting rid of that.
Dragon.
That's how fairy dragons are born.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my lord.
Oh my god.
So inside all the pixies,
That's
fairies,
the giant
they're all like tearing their queen's flesh off her little body and consuming it like it's a delicacy. And all of them have descended on her, and they're just everybody's vying for a piece of her, including Laneth. You see him at one point. He looks up, and he's got blood all over his little maw. It's also still like raining blood from the heart of the tree. Yeah. And as it's raining, the top of the tree looks like it's like shriveling and dying. Like there's this like blackness on the walls that is trailing down to the roots, as if it's rotting from the inside out.
This is just forever ago. This is my Bible at Hobby Lobby.
If I remember when you're the reason I got stung by wolves.
But Lana, you've had your fill. What are you doing now?
Maddie's a good friend.
Let
me get attacked.
I stop all the others and try to get their attention by just like saying, "Hey, focus." Get all of them to look at me.
They all look at you hungrily.
Alright, snap out of that shit.
They don't like leaders apparently, so just relax.
No, they only don't like bleeding leaders. So look, enough of this hierarchy shit. Why don't y'all just be free, do your own thing, stop worrying about ruling the other, because that's going to be you at the end of it.
They just want to eat.
Barley.
Carla?
They encroach on you hungrily.
Why don't you sit on the throne so you become their leader?
No. Because then she's going to... Oh, by the way, I'm proud of you. You finally killed something.
I didn't kill her. I pecked her, and then they started attacking her. I backed away because it was too terrifying.
She's already at the door.
Yeah, they're just gonna lurch at you. They're just gonna lurch at you hungrily. You can probably take one of them out with your bow, but there's just so many of them now that they're all like moving towards you.
Sounds like we just need to get the fuck out.
What are you gonna do?
I agree.
Is there a way I could get the hawk between me and them to get out?
Possibly if you want them to eat your hawk.
I don't want that.
Fly!
Manolier can also swoop down.
But does she
And
want
peck
to?
Whose side are you? I'm going to back up and tell the hawk to go ahead and get out.
Huh?
I'm gonna start backing up toward the door and tell the hawk to get out.
Okay, so the hawk flies out through the window. You're backing up, but you're not gonna be fast enough.
Okay.
Unless you either defy danger or if she swoops down.
I see that you're in trouble, and I use my last hold to swoop down and grab you.
Okay.
And then fly out.
All right, so you do that, and you fly out, and then as you get back into the yard, so to speak, both of you you come down to land, and both of you turn back into your respective selves. You're still a pixie then, and sorry, not both of you. You turn back into your you're still a pixie, and and now that you're outside, you can see that the tree is like dying from the top and from the top down.
Am I just like shrinking down with it? Like shrinking, or is it just?
So the rot is actually encroaching on where you are now, and so you're seeing the branches that the blackness hit begin to wither away, and you know that they won't support you. You're still pretty high up, and you need to get down.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do?
She's still holding it up.
It's upright.
It's upright for now, yeah.
I told her to get ready to catch me.
Okay.
I jump.
All right.
She catch me.
I got you.
Catch me.
It's a bond thing. You wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
How do you catch him?
Her papoose is like a catcher's mitt.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I'm like, I just pulled it open. And he just bloop.
And then she just like closes it.
So do you like swan dive down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it like a front flip. Go straight down
It's
like a
Assassin's
dive.
Creed.
So
And
this tiny dragon.
and he goes boop right into your
Right into the hay bear.
I'm curious about this tiny dragon though.
We'll get to the tiny dragon here.
Nope, I want to know
We'll
about
get
it.
to the tiny
I want to know about the tiny dragon.
As it swoops down, it eats me.
The cycle of life.
Yeah, and as the tree is rotting, you jump into the papoose, and the tree is rotting at an accelerated rate now, and so the whole thing is just this twisted black kind of mess of a tree. And
Are they still in it? The fairies?
Are they still in it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, sort of. You can see that they're kind of trying to make their way out of the door, and there's just this like collection of these like little. They're kind of like little zombies now. Like little zombie fairies, and they're trying to push their way out of the door all at once. And then once the blackness of the tree hits them, they all just kind of like meld into the tree, kind of, and they become like one twisted like blood orgy of fairies. Yeah, and the tree as the blackness hits them, they twist together, and then they kind of just petrify that way into like a massive like writhing. And then the blackness begins to spread across the ground.
I should probably go.
Oh my lord, this can't be good.
Let's just start flying. Like.
What about the fruit that I have on my person?
It is rotted in your pack.
Okay.
You.
Yeah. I'll dump that. Yeah, I'm gonna just start backing away from the rot.
Okay.
As it spreads.
Yeah, and the blackness just continues to spread.
Somebody discern reality or something.
Sure.
Was that a wisdom thing?
Yeah.
I can do it.
Yeah. I was
You got that?
8.
So, what is it? Discern realities. On a 7 to 9, ask only one of these questions.
Okay, what is about to happen?
You think that the just from your kind of druid knowledge, you think that this that the killing of this magical tree has unleashed its power, like whereas its power was originally to provide life for these creatures, it has reversed that completely, and now it is spreading death throughout the land, and you don't know where it's going to stop. It might take out this entire forest if it's left to continue this.
I don't like
What are we supposed to do?
Can you bend the tree back?
I'm flipping through my book, trying to figure something out.
And do you tell the rest of this group this?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh shit. We fucked up.
It is possible that a properly performed ritual at a place of power could reverse the effect.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna perform a ritual to try and mend the heart.
In the tree.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So so you think you could probably do that with the power of the what I call it, the stump, the sacred stump.
It's off to the side.
Okay.
You can see the darkness is approaching that fast.
I approach the stump.
Okay, so as you're running across this cursed ground towards the stump, the pods are going to begin to break open. They're going to swell like watermelons, and they're going to begin to pop open.
Defy danger.
Defy danger. As the pods burst open, these tiny black dragons are
Get the fuck out
yeah,
of
these
here.
tiny black dragons are going to squirm their way out. They're just going to start lashing out the closest thing that they can get a hold
I
of.
wanted it to be a good dragon.
Thanks a lot, Blood. 8.
8. Yeah. So you're able to move past the dragons, but now they're following.
They're chasing you.
Yeah, now they're chasing you. So you can't really stop moving. What are you doing?
Hey, dragon! Come get a hunk of this!
So,
Would that be aid or interfere?
well, it depends. You're just like, calling for them, trying to distract them. So,
Hey!
A couple of them stop chasing him, and they're going to start coming after you as well. They're going to. They're kind of too small to fly, but they're going to.
Why don't I kill them?
To run up and start biting at you.
No.
Yeah. What do you do?
Let's pick them off like I wanted. How small are they?
They're like Kiki sized.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
They're kind of big. They're Kiki sized.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just start fending them off, like hack and slash.
Yeah, sure.
They attack him.
Yep.
Treat him.
Hey, the rest of you should also attract them so he can do his ritual. Felix.
Alright.
I mean, he's in your baboose.
Yeah. What if you're on top of this damn thing? I can get out.
No, sorry. 10.
10. Yeah. So you're just hacking and slashing away. And I'll even let that be a strength defy danger kind of thing. Like you're just like I mean for the narrative you're just like kind of hacking and slashing, but
Well, it was 10 damage. I don't know if I was
yeah, sweet. So maybe you kill a couple of them for sure.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, some
Black dragons like pickled food.
So they so some of them like you hit one, it flies
Really?
across the flies across the yard and like hits a tree or something, and then like and then dies, and then you hit like another one.
No, don't talk anymore.
Yeah.
Right now we're distracting the dragons from Adrian so you can do the ritual. So I'm calling him to me. I don't know if you want to turn into... Can you turn into a dragon? Yeah. And like maybe like scare them? Scare them or get them... Oh, somehow
Maybe
we're
we
just
could be
trying to
their
distract
mother.
them. Yeah, pretend to be their mom.
I'll turn into a dragon.
Children.
Into a dragon?
Yeah.
Did you not hear her?
He said,
Turn into a dragon.
Well, not like a big dragon, but like a
like a dragonfly?
Like a dragon.
like a Remy-sized dragon. How about that? Come on.
It says I can take on the physical form of any species whose essence you have studied or who lives in your land. So I study them and then I turn into them.
Okay.
So
Do you have dragons in the Sapphire Islands?
it says or.
Have you studied them?
I just now.
Sure, it's up on the
Oh,
way.
this is good. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. I can't add today. 8. Yeah.
8.
So
Okay.
I get
You get 2 holds, so you can turn into a baby dragon.
Okay.
Well,
A Kiki-sized dragon?
So baby dragon,
Baby dog.
you get acquire wealth.
What? horde.
She breathe fire.
You get breath weapon.
Hey, this means you can turn into a dragon now, so it helped.
Breath weapon and
claw.
what's maybe like
Beat wings.
beat wings.
Gust.
Yeah, gust.
Did you have a wing attack?
What is this?
That's
What's
that's a big busty woman.
flying
Yeah,
ace?
who
So
is
that's
it?
drawn on my.
What is
on
it?
my paper
Flying
here.
ace?
Yeah, I know. Who
Something
is it?
ace.
Everyone.
Is that Lorella?
No,
Did you
I don't know who that is. That might be. I was trying to draw Diana
Oh,
off of Nick's description, but I only got as far as the breasts.
got big old honkers.
Accurate.
So yeah.
So I'm just gonna fly around so that they chase me. Distract.
Okay. You can pick off a couple of them from the ones that are chasing.
How many are there?
chasing-
Yeah.
Well, every fruit that dropped from the tree is turning into a dragon.
Well, we're
Jesus
trying our
Christ.
best here. Where there's only another 2 of us.
Yeah. So what are you gonna do, Felix?
I started shooting them. Start shooting them with my bow.
Probably the ones closest to
Yeah.
Adrian.
Okay.
Yeah, the ones closest to him, I'll start picking them off.
Yeah, sure. Volley.
Come here, little dragon.
Volley, volley,
Come here, little dragon.
Dex.
Little dragon.
Nice. 11.
11. Yeah. So you can pop off. You can pop off a couple that are following him, and they'll just kind of like you'll hit him, and then they'll like writhe around, and then they'll die. What are you gonna do, Laneth?
I want to do the same thing he did, but
With the tiny pixie arrow?
yeah.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Don't you have anything else?
It's like a sharpened
Some
match.
fairy
Is there
powers?
like any power I draw from being a fairy, or is it just I got wings now?
Yeah. So actually, Zeno, so you'll need help from a fairy, and first you must.
Bless you.
Sacrifice. I'm
Yeah,
just kidding.
first you must sacrifice a willing
Oh,
person
yeah.
or a willing living being to take the place of the tree's heart.
What?
No, that we didn't. You could have mentioned that before.
Yeah, that was
we're gonna just let the forest die.
Well,
It's like you just like tell me on the way there. It's like
I guess it's a good thing your hawk wants to die.
As his aim starts to aim up towards the hawk. Has to be a willing sacrifice, though.
willing.
No, not the hawk.
Who the hell?
I'll sacrifice myself.
No.
Whoa.
No.
No,
No.
there.
Yeah,
No.
I care about the land.
You're
No.
more important.
Absolutely not. If it's gonna be
I come with you to be.
Well,
the
and you're
sacrifice.
like, and maybe she says that like while you're like swinging at these like things too, like so like you're.
It's my 2 dads, Elvis and Nicholas Lane.
Okay, I'm here too, bitch.
Oh shit!
No.
Thanks, Kyle.
The badger. Yeah, where is
Oh,
the
Yeah,
badger?
where's the badger?
Badger.
He gonna be the
He's nowhere to
cute.
be seen right now.
I go with
That
him
thing's
Yeah.
gone to shit.
to be the
Let's do
sacrifice.
Huh?
I go with him to be the sacrifice.
Well, he's gonna need your help to tap into the power in the first place. So you're that role. You have to fill that role. You have to be the conduit between the tree and the.
Look, you guys start going, and then I sneak out of the bag while she's not looking. And I come with you guys.
No.
No, I'm the sacrifice.
Hold on.
Stop it.
Can we sacrifice another tree?
No, I'm the sacrifice.
No.
Damn it. No,
I
you're
am.
no, you're
Wait,
not.
wait. Can you not persuade? Use your druidic powers to
Like have a bird.
have an animal.
Like one of these dragons? Can you talk to one of
Oddly
these
specific,
dragons?
man.
You should try to talk to one of these dragons.
Well, they're little babies. I doubt they're willing.
I think
but-
they're also evil. Kiki.
No, they're definitely evil.
Kiki will
You're
be the
sacrifice.
sacrifice.
Okay.
She gets down
I
after
can
we
try
say
to find
that.
a bird to talk to.
Meanwhile, a dragon is flying after Laneth, and it's got its wings in order, and it's just gonna start flying towards you.
What the hell did we do?
11 to dodge it.
A legend.
A legend
Action.
Yeah, it goes to snap down, and you move out of its way and evade it with ease. Zeno, you are at the stump.
Wow. I just want to picture this one last time. So I'm like running over these pods, and they just start erupting into like tiny dragons.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I feel like I'm an upper black wing spot? Leroy Jenkins. No, yeah, I kite little Laneth over to do this thing.
Okay.
And like, what now?
You're supposed to tell
Oh,
me.
there's a bird.
No, you're
Perfect.
you have to. So you know that he has to land on the tree stump and act as kind of the conduit between the stump and the tree, since he's a fairy. So
So yeah, I'll instruct him to make
so then all you need is the sacrifice.
a magical bridge.
I snuck away. They don't know I'm gone. I
I
put some rocks in my place.
well,
in the
so you
bag.
may have fooled Amberjill, but the dragons littering the ground between you and the stump are really what's the problem. How you traverse that dangerous territory?
Start climbing the trees. Start jumping tree to tree.
God, it's like that scene from
Climbing
Endgame.
the
Everybody's
trees and then
trying to
jumping from
sacrifice-
tree
Yeah.
to tree.
Got to
Okay.
get there.
Can Lana just like sacrifice?
No!
Dude, can you just
I know
let it
you're
go?
exhausted and
Let it
everything,
go.
Eleonora, but could you like get off?
So
I don't want to take my time to find another
so you
animal
start
companion.
doing so you can do that, but it's gonna take longer for you to get there.
Just like cartwheel through them. And,
Yeah,
like,
I'll just start like
handsprings and shit.
yeah. I'll start trying to like I guess juke 'em.
Matrix it. Yeah, juke 'em.
Dexterity.
Juke 'em.
You are the rope.
Not today.
7.
7. So
Well, I mean he is. But
yeah,
it's
so
just-
you're able to avoid taking damage at the cost of being slowed down a lot.
Right.
So you can either take the damage or be slowed down.
I'll just take the damage.
Yeah.
Why not?
Okay.
Why not?
That'll be 26 against you.
10 damage.
That's cool.
Blood says to ride.
It doesn't matter anymore.
So they're just kind of like ripping at you and like taking chunks out of you as you're dodging and weaving between them. But you do make it to the stump.
I'm just like, do it.
I haven't known you long. Are you sure
Do
you want
it.
to do this?
He just stabbed.
I just started.
So you get ready to, and you'll hear this. You hear this squawky little voice say, "Wait! Don't do it, little man!"
Is it old badger?
An old badger crawls up onto the stump.
Oh, I can't watch.
Nope.
You gotta do it.
Not okay with this.
For the Badger Kingdom, guys.
Wait, do I have to do it?
Huh?
Yeah.
Do I have to do the
Yeah.
deed?
Oh yeah. Or somebody does. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have. to
I'd
be
really
you.
rather not.
You gonna make me do it?
Not you.
Okay.
What is it?
You have
You
to
do
kill
the
him.
deed?
I'm just like,
I mean,
Alright.
alright, fine.
Like, fine, nobody else will.
And he falls over and he sprawls out across the stump, and his the blood starts to stain the stump, and he says, "For the Badger Kingdom,
For the Badger
let the
Kingdom.
deeds be known that this badger,
I'm like her
Gave
the other
his
day. I
life.
just fall off the stump.
so that the world may live."
Hey,
No,
maybe this.
it's
Maybe
just
the
the
tree won't
forest.
make the fairies go crazy
Meanwhile,
now,
I
though.
want to shoot a fireball at the closest dragon.
A fireball.
Yeah.
Okay. Cast the spell.
Okay, make sure it's not me.
Are you a dragon?
Yeah!
Oh, how
Well,
do I
your
know?
eyes give it away.
Oh yeah, you see my
Diamond
crystal
eyes.
eyes.
Okay.
Oh, it don't matter.
Oh yeah.
What'd you
You
do?
got a second snake eye tonight.
Oh, okay.
He likes
so
his
you
beard
cast
on fire.
a ball on yourself.
Rolling on the
He'll try to
ground.
cast it and it blows up.
I needed. Oh no, it's 2d6. 4.
Okay, and then you take that. Laneth takes that, and Felix takes
Oh
that. as well.
god.
Wait, how much?
4 or 5.
Oh, I'm hurting. Why would you do that? They're about to die anyway.
Well.
Sorry. As Zeno erupts into a ball of fire, and
Oh, wings.
and so the tree stump begins to glow as like a pillar of light, and you see this tree of light formed. And as the other tree is dying, this stump is growing into a tree, and into another fairy tree. And as it grows, the other tree diminishes until it is a black stump upon the ground. The dragons will begin to die, and as they hit the ground, they these beautiful like multicolored flowers begin to take their place as they hit the ground. The flowers grow, and these little pods, kind of shaped like dragon mouths, grow up out of them, and they're kind of like Venus flytraps, but like dragon flytraps, and that happens just all over.
Dragon fairy traps.
Yeah, and and as this other fairy tree begins to grow up out of the stump, the Black Death sort of recedes back into the black stump.
Is Badger still gasping his last, or is he gone?
He's just gone. The tree has grown up around him.
I mean, I can stop this one too. I'm just kidding.
That's just like a somber silence.
I was laying on the ground hard.
How did you get all the way over there? I look at my map. It's a whole bunch of fucking rocks.
A bunch of rocks.
What? Were you trying to sacrifice yourself?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, that was fun. What now?
Rest.
Yeah.
Rest.
We can make camp right here.
I think we should get the hell out of this place.
So no fairies appear from the tree appearing, right?
No.
Go sit on the throne.
No. I'm already feeling like I'm about to go crazy at any point in time if one of you bleed.
Reserve plants for botany knowledge.
What do you do?
I don't know. I suggested camp, but
I mean, if you
We
want
should
to
move a
here,
little
that's
bit.
fine, but we should definitely move a little bit away from this.
Yeah.
what about the curse?
There ain't no curse.
I think they just broke it.
Do you want to take that chance?
I mean, do you want me to scout out over there?
I don't think it was really a curse. I think it was the one grandmother who did that. The first one.
Possible.
To not risk it, I can like scout out and see if there's like anything that looks like it resembles something that causes curses or whatever, if that's possible.
What do you mean? Which curse?
The one that turned him into
the
a
werewolf
wolf.
thing.
Oh, well, you think that's probably tied to the other fairy,
Okay,
the other fairy tree stump.
so we think
So
the
the
whole.
forest is healthy now. There's no curses.
Well, the blackness that was spreading from the other tree has been confined to this black stump.
Okay.
But don't we have to go through the cursed land to get to where the Manicore is?
Was it ever cursed?
Yeah, we don't know if it was cursed or not.
Again?
The werewolf seemed to believe so. That just being in that area
Was cursed.
turned him into a.
Well, maybe we can go a different way.
Yeah, we'll have to think of another route.
So as you guys are discussing this,
It's your forest.
you'll hear
Yeah.
the voice of Old Badger.
The tree?
I'm alive.
What?
Where?
You'll look back up at the tree trunk, and the face of a badger will be kind of imprinted in the bark, the face will begin to talk, begin to sort of, the lips will kind of begin to move, and the tree will start to animate slightly. And he'll say, "Badger Kingdom for life."
Well, the kingdom.
Huzzah.
He says, "Don't you worry, I'll keep this black stump in check." He says, "I just want to thank you for everything you've done here."
Thank you.
We
for
want to
your
thank you for your
sacrifice.
sacrifice.
And he says, "With my newfound powers, I think I can turn you back into a human again,
Thank you.
if you like."
Yeah. I don't want to possibly eat one of them because they bleed.
And he says, "Here, come taste some of my tasty sap."
Last time I trusted somebody saying to do something, it didn't work out so
I'll
good.
just do it.
Come on, lick it.
I like
Lick the
pick
tree.
something up with my finger and then do it.
Yeah, and you turn back into your normal self.
It wasn't so bad, was it?
That was actually, it tasted good.
As a badger,
Taste, huh?
is there any way around this curse force?
I don't think it's cursed anymore though. He said that it was with the other fairy.
Well, the place that turns you into a werewolf. He says, "Oh yeah, that place is still cursed as hell. Just go around it."
Can you teleport us to the direction?
How do we know the perimeter?
Yeah.
He says, "I guess that's a good good question. I guess you could have one of you test the waters, and if they turn into a werewolf, you've gone too far."
Can you turn us back if we turn into a werewolf?
No, I probably can't.
Can you draw us a map?
He says, "Well, I can't draw much of anything. I'm a tree."
Draw it in your bark.
I was gonna say I can do maps if he can give me like a sign of something.
He says, "Here," and he'll say, "Go around back."
I go around.
Yeah. So this ball of amber is filling up of tree sap is like coming out of the back of the tree. And it's forming this like perfect sphere, and then it's gonna harden and it's gonna fall onto the ground. And it's gonna roll across the ground.
I just pick it up and go back around front.
Yeah. He says, "Here, that'll let you know if you're getting close to a cursed territory."
Oh, we could put this on a stick. It'd be a nice little something.
It's tree poop.
Don't look at it that way.
Well, thank you very much.
He says, "You are heroes of the land. I'd give anything for you.
You already did.
Yeah, you already did.
You gave the ultimate thing.
Badger Kingdom for life."
BK.
Kingdom for life. We must rest, though.
Would you like to make camp?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
I feel
So
like this is the safest place, right?
I put my tent up.
Yeah, last time your tent wasn't really big enough.
What? Who says it was for you?
So,
Just that, you can sleep outside.
so what do each of you do when you make camp?
I put
How
the
do each
tent
of
up.
you contribute to the camp?
Start the fire.
Start the fire?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be like last week where we didn't want nothing to do with each other.
Probably.
What do you do, Zena?
I'm going to make a little makeshift leaf mat up against the tree.
Okay. What about you, Felix?
I put up the tent.
All right. Familiar?
I just watched them do all the work and wait for them.
And Amber Jill?
Like moving heavy shit out of the way
Okay.
to make more room.
Okay. And
Knocks over a tree.
so you guys finish this, and then what are the plans for your for dinner?
Well, we had those rations, but we
Is there
deserve
any like bugs or
a
animals
celebration
or something?
meal.
Bugs? No, you just want bugs. Don't mind. Animals? No, you want bugs.
Would you like to forage a little bit?
Yeah.
Bring back some bugs for the group?
Yeah, why not?
You find a big old log.
Well, this is all
It's
you
probably
do.
way too heavy to move by yourself, though.
Amber Jill comes with me.
Okay.
Where's she moves heavy stuff?
So Amber Jill, you can lift up the log once
Yeah.
he gets the grubs out from underneath.
Yeah.
Okay. He's got some grubs.
I like Timon and Pumbaa.
Really?
That's what I was thinking.
I look for like some kind of fruit to help feed her.
She don't eat fruit.
Well,
I
to not offend her
She don't
eating
eat?
meat.
She don't eat at all.
So you're gonna forage for some fruit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I appreciate your conscious decision.
All right. Zeno, you're just hanging out.
Just hanging out, wishing I was the one making the fire.
Yeah, I bet.
Well, last
You're gonna
time
be
shots
fired. So Amber Jill and Felix come back with grubs. Laneth comes back with fruit, and a small hero's feast is made.
Nice.
Of fruit and bugs.
Nice.
And then what do you guys talk about while you're eating? What do you guys do while you're sitting around?
That
I actually want to pull her aside and talk to her.
Talk to Manolier?
Yeah. You can trust me.
Can I trust him? Okay.
Just stands right there.
I'll stand right here.
Let's just make a deal to never talk about what happened inside that tree.
Like what?
I think you did something you don't want talked about, and I
didn't
definitely.
do anything.
He's talking about saving.
I didn't kill her.
He's talking. Well, I guess not.
Is he upsetting you?
Yes. Take him away.
You should be like, yeah, I didn't want to save you, but I did.
Yeah. Yeah, let's not talk about the fact that I had to save you.
Let's not talk about the
And then
fact
Felix
that
is
you're
in
trying
my
to
pack,
pierce
so
through
he's hearing
somebody.
too.
I did not.
All she did was.
I'm just thinking about myself about how I almost died.
He was pecked ferociously.
No
Hey,
blood.
I'm making some more cookies for everybody. How long do I put them in the oven for, though? It says 11 to 13 minutes. But
Yeah,
this-
sorry.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, like,
350.
I'm
Probably
making
on the-
cookies
probably
on
on the-
the plus note.
In the background.
I hate cookies.
I don't trust it. Only
So
bad
we go
people
back
eat
with the
cookies.
rest of the group.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we're already all here except for Xena.
Was there? So while they're all three of them are gone, what Felix and Zeno have to talk about?
I was in her pouch.
Huh?
You were in the pouch the
Oh,
whole
you're not sitting
time.
around the
Zeno
fire.
was by himself.
I'm just over by the fire.
I was thinking to
You're
myself,
looking for the
You're-
perfect light for the book.
You're just like almost crying about the fact that you almost killed the badger.
So did
I'm
the,
just
did the dragonfly traps respond to music?
Well, it's found out.
Prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation? What does that do?
It creates an illusion of a bard playing a song.
Okay, so
But it's really crude, so it probably won't be very good.
yeah, okay. So you get the basics of them, and sure enough, the dragonfly traps begin to bob to the music.
Oh.
I'm pretty entertained now.
That's what you did the whole time we were gone.
You're so close to having a dragon.
I'm just laying in the sack thinking about how I almost died.
Are you having an existential crisis
Yeah.
in there, like fetal position?
Well.
All right, and with that, I guess we'll do. I guess we'll move on to the end of session.
Now, do we want to do that on the stream? Or?
I mean,
We did it last time.
I feel like it's it's alright. We're gonna move on to the end of session, which is where we're gonna go through and talk about it.
Also, do we want to raid Indigo?
Huh?
Do we want to raid Indigo?
Oh, is she playing tonight?
Mm-hmm.
Is she playing right now?
Right now?
Oh shit! Yeah, we'll totally do that. Do you want to do the end of session stuff first, and then we do that?
Sure.
All right.
Alright. Nicole, as always, this is like, you read it well. I like your formal voice.
Now I'm nervous. Okay, I don't have to read that part. Do I?
No, just whatever we need.
Okay. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yeah, fairies are dicks.
That's worth an experience.
We learned that Lorella was a crazy bitch.
Yeah, I think that's fair. We did learn about another race.
Yeah, fairies.
Are
Fairies.
psychotic.
My pencil, that's
Oh,
cool.
Fairies
I'm
are
so
evil.
sorry.
Psychotic
Okay,
cannibals.
You're like,
So yeah, so you get an experience point for that.
Okay.
We learned that there's a curse in this forest.
yeah.
Well, I guess that's we only get
Yeah,
1 point for each,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Did we overcome a notable monster or enemy?
Yes, the
Lorella.
Lorella.
fairies.
Yeah.
And the grandmother.
I killed the grandmother.
So
Well, it
yeah.
counts for everybody.
Did we
I'm saying.
loot a memorable treasure?
The tree. I'm just kidding.
I don't think we looted anything
Yeah.
ourselves.
No.
Well, he stole the apple. Does that count?
No, but it frauded.
We stole the fairies. that were trapped in the.
No, that's not really like stealing.
Because
No.
when I think loot is something
more
we
saving
keep,
them.
you know
I
what
don't
I
think
mean?
we didn't fulfill that.
Yeah.
Nah.
You did receive a magic orb that,
Oh,
that
yeah.
notifies you of
Ooh.
curses.
Yeah, that's
Oh
right.
yeah. I
When
guess
did we
so,
get that?
The tree pooped it out.
Oh, the tree
Yeah.
pooped
The
it
tree
out.
gave it to help us
Okay.
guide around the. So now
And
I
that's
guess
it
the
for
scouting thing works
questions.
perfect.
Ask the player, the character you have a bond with, if
And you know it can turn into a small.
if they
thing.
agree.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Oh.
you have to choose one of your bonds that you feel is resolved. Ask the player or the character you have the bond with if they agree, and if they do, mark XP. Write a new bond with whomever you wish.
Alright.
Did anybody resolve any bonds?
Nope.
I don't think I'm ever gonna.
Are you gonna pay me back or not?
Felix owes me their life.
What are you
whether
talking
they
about?
admit it or not.
You
I
still
assume
owe me?
I'm a lawyer. I worry about the ability of Xeno to
I
survive.
almost gave you my life.
That has not changed.
Well, I almost gave you my life
Yeah,
technically.
he almost proved himself to you, and then he casted fireball on
Yeah,
himself.
Word,
Basically wiping out the entire party.
I almost gave you my life then.
You almost did.
Almost.
Would
Lana-
earlier saving my life count as me thinking she's my friend now?
I don't think she wants to be your friend.
I know,
she
that's
just
still
did
What
one
bond
of
would that resolve?
she's a friend of nature,
Oh,
so
that's
I will be their friend as well. But
Oh, that's
I
kind
don't
of.
think it's
I
gonna work.
I have shown Laneth a secret right of the land, which I don't think has. I mean, I don't think that resolved.
Is that all it says? Is you have shown him a secret credit of the land? Okay. Well, I think we'll have to resolve that. We'll have to. How wonder
Should
how you
we
would
s-
resolve that.
Something
Yeah,
like secret about her island or something?
I don't know.
Which I would never do. So
I don't know. We'll have to figure that out.
Yeah, I don't think
Could
any
I
bonds are resolved.
count where basically us working? Well, no, because that didn't really save me from anything. That saved before.
Alright, I guess we'll just have to move on
Yeah.
to the next one.
And that was,
and that was it.
That was the no.
And then like XP if you
Oh, okay.
level up. So it's subtract your current level.
Oh, what about alignment?
Oh yeah, the alignment. Defeat a worthy opponent. I did that. Did you help something or someone grow?
You say I linked into dangers? I'm always
I
thinking of
helped
danger.
when Lorella asked for my help to like help all the fairies. I helped.
Did you help her? Well, did you help something or someone? Well, that's tough for you to decide.
Yeah.
So you tell me if you did.
Would you consider me like letting the dragons attack me? Consider leaping in myself into danger?
Yeah, I mean,
Without a plan.
when you were running over there to
Yeah.
get
Yeah,
the
that's-
sacrifice,
yeah,
I mean,
big
that
time.
was-
And then what is it?
Help an animal or
That's it.
spirit
It
of the
was
wild
the,
would helping those
the-
fairies out of the jar count,
bonds,
or
the alignment,
I guess that would
potions,
count.
and then just leveling up. It's your
I mean,
level
also,
minus.
as a fairy, you provided the
like,
connection to the
it's
tree,
7.
like
So,
to,
like,
to do the
my
to
level's
stop
3,
the
so
death
in
from
order to
spreading.
level up, I have to have
Okay.
10
Yeah.
of these. Does that make
Okay,
sense?
yeah.
So when you
it's like
reach level
2 plus
3,
seven.
you need 10?
Oh, I do.
Level up.
10 XP?
Yeah, I think so. It has the
Right.
rules there. I forget the numbers.
So,
for it.
like, how many do you have?
9, I
Did
think.
I
then
discover
you can
something
level up,
about a
yeah.
magical mystery?
What's a 3?
Did you?
It's your level
I feel
plus
like I did. I feel
7.
like
Oh, yeah.
healing the heart.
your level plus 7?
of the
So, like,
tree
what level
to,
are you?
2.
So you need to
to
have
restore
9
it.
to level
Okay.
up.
Okay.
Then you
Yeah,
can erase all
you
those.
discovered
and
that. You
choose
also
level
discovered
3.
a lot about fairies today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too much.
So I can level up to 3.
Cursed lands that turned you
Funny
into
thing is,
werewolves.
it's 3 and 3.
Yeah, you got a lot.
Okay. All right.
And that is it.
All right, cool. Well, sweet. Well, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. If you want to stick around for a second, we're going to try to raid
Indigo Chameleon.
Indigo Chameleon, who hang out with us, guys. Oh no! Who also runs an awesome game. So,
And also, we'll be on tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for regular Dungeons and Dragons.
for Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah. All right, let me go to the raid.
I'm not sure what tonight is. I think it's Neverland, or maybe it's good.
Indigo Chameleon. Yeah, they're awesome.
Every time you level up, you get to choose one of these, right?
Yeah, you did
Yeah.
choose one of the top ones before that line.
Familiar prey. Spout lore about a monster. Use your wisdom instead of intelligence.
Alright, thanks for hanging out, guys.
Have a good
Yep,
night,
have a good
guys.
night.
Bye, guys.
See you. You turn it up.
He loses who he is when
The background's pretty cool.
he lost all his memories one day. He woke up and there was what? Scary.
He has no voice. It's not just
Information I did
He
not
has the greatest faces.
Huh?
He has.
Dude, I love him, man. He's so
I did
fun.
too.
He's so cool.
So,
I want to play with him so bad.
this information.
His eyes are actually kind of open tonight too.
Yeah.
Usually he's like. Can anyone level up?
I leveled
I
up.
did.
I did.
Nice.
I only needed one. But
Huh?
I only needed one.
Oh, nice. Anybody else level up?
I did. It's so
I
hard
just
to
don't know
choose
what to
I want, though.
Alright.
When you consult the spirits that reside within your signature weapon, they will give you an insight relating to the current
Oh.
situation.